It's a career opportunity unlike any other in the financial services industry. The Thrive in Financial Representative Development Program for new college graduates. Earn an immediate salary with bonus opportunities while getting support and training to build client relationships and grow your own business. Join a company that rewards young professionals who are results-driven and want to live out their faith by making a difference in the lives of Christians by helping them be wise with money.
Maybe it was a big thing, like helping you land the perfect internship. Maybe it was something small, like offering a sympathetic listening ear when you missed your family. It might have been advice about your choice of major, spiritual guidance, or how to deal with roommate conflicts. Whatever it was, you knew that you were seen and heard. You walked away a little lighter, a little more confident, knowing that someone else was walking this journey with you. At Bethel University, we're more than an academic institution. Yes, we're proud of our internationally recognized programs. Students come to Bethel to be equipped for success in over 50 fields of study, from residential undergraduate to online master's degrees. But they stay because they're not walking alone. 7 in 10 residential students are active in one-on-one mentoring or small groups. From the dedicated faculty to friendly staff, everyone at Bethel cares deeply about helping you prepare for what you were meant to do. Because we all believe you're meant to do incredible things for God's kingdom. And it's true. Bethel alumni are active in 65 nations around the world. What connects you to Bethel? There's no question. It's the relationships and community that give purpose to everything you gain here. At Bethel University, we see you. At Bethel University, we know you, and we'll connect your passion with a pathway to impact the world for Christ. Be true. Be blue. Be you at Bethel University.
Players.
Yeah, we're going to see probably the one of the best clutch players in all of college basketball in Kyle Mangus, and we're going to see one of the most prolific all-around student athletes in all of college basketball in Travion Cruz. But when you look at this, this is the 109th meeting between these two clubs. Pilots lead the all-time series 67-42. However, Indiana Wesleyan has had the Pilots' numbers the last 5 games as they've won the last 5 straight. And for head coach Steve Draven, who we'll hear from here momentarily on the pregame show, this is an exciting matchup for him to go compete against a guy who competed against him and help him grow up.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember when the Pilots traveled to Marion back earlier in the year, Bethel had a good lead in that game. They let it slip away and ended up coming up 5 points short, but didn't disappoint anybody with the effort and the energy that took place that day. Pilots playing much better defense as of late, so that'll be a key. You're not going to look to outscore anybody. You want to look to stop people. Well,
the Pilots are coming off their best defensive effort of the entire season, where they shut down a very prolific and 6th-ranked Mount Vernon Nazarene squad 100-66. I think if the Pilots can play with that same type of defensive intensity, they will give the Wildcats fits today. Yeah, I think it could be a great game, and I'm excited. We thought we were going to have a great one a week and a half ago, and the Pilots got beat by 30. We thought we were going to have a great one on Tuesday night, and the Pilots won by 30. So maybe this one will be one of those 4 or 5 point games, exciting games all the way to the end, and let's hope that the blue team's on top when that final horn blows. The Pilots are 15-38 all time when playing teams in the top 5 in the country. Who's going to win it? You need to lock it in right here for the next couple hours. We'll bring you Crossroads League basketball. Mark Gardner, Paul Condry will return with more Bethel University basketball right after this short timeout on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Question. When you walk into the boardrooms of the most successful companies here in Indiana, who do you meet? Answer. Men and women who play high school sports. Education-based high school sports give us more than athletes we can root for. They give us leaders we can depend on. Question. So where will we find tomorrow's leaders? Answer. High school sports.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
College basketball here today from the Gates Gymnasium. Greg Tonigal joining us here in the matchup of the Slicers. Greg and, of course, Steve, who grew up together in LaPorte High School, and had a chance to grow up. Okay, Greg, we talked about this last time. We're not going to get too in-depth in it, but this is the second time around. Steve's kind of trying to even up the score here. What's your take, man?
Well, after watching them demolish Mount Vernon, I'd say they're in a pretty good position right now. That was an impressive victory as I've seen in the league all year long. And, no doubt Steve would – obviously they start out strong. Everybody goes through a tough spurt. They went through theirs, and it seems like he's got them going in the right direction.
Well, certainly your team going in the right direction. I would think, at least in my own mind's eye, that I thought we would see the person who was leading at the midway point maybe have 2, maybe even 3 losses, but you guys are holding firm with only 1 setback. Are you even surprised that in the position you're at right now, Greg?
I'm very pleased with it. But we've certainly had our moments that we've maybe the term would be escaped. I mean, we didn't play too well at Grace, but found a way to pull it out at the end. We beat St. Francis on the road at the buzzer, but that's the crossroads. It's not about winning pretty every night. It's about being able to get those wins when maybe you're not at your best, and that's what I've been proud of. This team is they just play hard. They've played through tough spurts, and we positioned ourselves well, but there's a lot of basketball to be played in this league.
I've been in this league now for 20-plus years, as you know, and tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a guy have a team's number more than Kyle Mangus has the Pilot's number. Greg, he's averaging 29 points, and then we can go on and on about the rest of his score line. He sees blue. He sees W. The most important thing, he's 5-0 against the Pilots.
Well, he's probably averaging 28 against everybody else. So if you start comparing it, it's just Kyle. He's an elite player, and he certainly put us, the team on his back this year. And we've asked a lot of him. And I think, though, throughout the year, we're starting to develop other options and weapons around him, and that's what's kind of made us go the last 9 games on our streak.
When you look at the Bethel team that you're seeing this time around versus the first time around 3 weeks ago, have you noticed any changes in there? I know Steve changed the starting lineup. He kind of toyed around with some of those situations. They've got some people healthy now. What is different from the first time you saw them?
Well, it's been kind of hard to put my finger on it. I know they're, the first time they were undefeated going into that game, but I think talking to Steve, he still felt like they could play better. He's made those adjustments, as you've said, but probably defensively is where it's showing up statistically as I look like they're just being able to guard people a little bit better. And, when you start playing on that end, it translates to the offensive end as well.
All right, well, then on the other side of the coin is what's the difference between your club from the first game I saw that you guys play back on after the New Year's break compared to where you guys are at right now?
Well, I wouldn't say too much. I mean, the crazy thing is, that's 3 weeks ago. Usually when you play in the league, you play somebody, and then about 3 months later or 2 months later, you play them again. But for whatever reason, the way they scrambled the schedule, it was a pretty recent game. And so hopefully we've gotten a little bit better, but there just hasn't been a ton of time, and we haven't made a ton of adjustments, to be honest with you.
I talked with several people throughout the course of the week who I know are coming from LaPorte. I got a note from Ed Gilliland, the athletic director. He's bringing his entire family. I know there's a lot of attention being played upon you and Steve for obvious reasons and for great reasons, because you've been wonderful representatives of your respectful communities growing up. What's it going to be like when you see some fans up there wearing blue, some fans wearing red, and a whole bunch of people wearing orange?
Yeah, I think it's special. I mean, I think it was Steve and I, obviously we're competitive, but we've got a good friendship, and what we do extends far beyond, what happens just on the court. And it was the same thing when they came down here. We got a picture of my parents with his parents. They're wearing blue. My parents are wearing red. And I think that's special when you can compete with somebody, but at the end of the day, you can still be friends. And that's what I always have with Stevie.
All right, final question, the easiest one of the day. What do you got to do to beat the Pilots?
Well, it's going to take a great defensive effort on their home court, especially after watching them go for 100 against Mount Vernon. So we're going to have to bring the hard hats and get to work.
Greg, as always, great to see you. Continued success, my friend.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more of College Buckets right after this on Regional Radio Sports. Once again, thanks to our friends at the Gates Automotive Group for underwriting a portion of our broadcast game. During the Gates Automotive Group Fast Start Sale, choose from 100 2019 Chevy Cruze vehicles for just $14,988 while supplies last. Special finance terms are available, so hurry in for the best choice in color and, of course, style. Make sure you make a stop at Gates Toyota, Gates Chevy World, Gates of Granger, and Gates of Elkhart, or Gates Advantage. Once again, www.gatesautomotive.com. Welcome back here at Mike Lightfoot Court. I'm glad you can join us here today. Steve Draven spending some time with us. We have the great matchup between the two LaPorte boys here today. All right, let's talk about this. Plain and simple, best performance of the season, hands down, especially on the defensive side. The game against Mount Vernon. Steve, just reflect back. Can you bottle this one and get it out here for every game?
I wish, if as coaches, I've talked to several coaches, my former coach, Casey Alexander, Coach Bird, and my dad, and if we can bottle that up and just be more consistent and do that every time out, I'd be a great coach. But it's just hard to do. It's hard to practice great every day and to have the same mentality every day, to bring it every day like that. But I told our guys, before the game on Tuesday, it was time for us to take a step, just to grow up, to mature, to play aggressive but solid at the right time, just patience, balance, purpose, all those things, and against a good team in Mount Vernon. And we did that. We had the right mentality for 40 minutes consistently. And now our message to our guys is now it's time to take a step in consistency and to do it again. Again, we may not play as well or perform as well, but we can have that same mentality, that same ability to be locked in and focused. And I asked our guys, what's the most important frame in bowling? And, a lot of them said the 10th frame and, those kind of things. I said the frame, after a strike, because you get more points that way. And, this is the same deal. We had a strike on Tuesday, and, now it's the next frame. This is a critical frame for us in our season, to take that next step in consistency.
How important was it that the message that the great Rico Swanson shared with your basketball team prior to the game about the emphasis that you will always be in every game and you have a chance to win every game by making a commitment on the defensive end of the floor?
For sure. That's 100%. It was a great message from him. Obviously, he lived it out when he played here as a Bethel Pilot. And him and his teammates were great at it. They had that passion, that desire, that want to. And I was fortunate as a young player in middle school, high school. My dad would bring me over here to watch those practices. And man, they had some knockdown, drag out, passionate, getting after it practices that were fun for me to watch. And I get it. I watched it, and our guys played more with that passion, that desire, that want to. That you got to have if you want to beat really good teams, and we did that on Tuesday, and hopefully we can have that same passion and desire again today.
You and Grave have a really interesting past. Obviously, grew up together, and he's a couple years older than you, and he beat you up before practice, during practice, and sometimes after practice. So there's a little bit of a rivalry in that regard that you always want to have one up against your longtime friend. Can you just speak to the fact that a rivalry like that really never kind of goes away?
Sure. I love the guy. He was so good for me, just being 2 years behind him beating me up physically, mentally, emotionally, all that stuff. But it was funny. We were talking, however long ago, and, he's like, man, I was a jerk, wasn't I, back when we were in high school together, just beating up on me. I said, no, you weren't a jerk. You were just competitive. I said, and I love that about you, and we were better because of it, and hopefully I learned a lot about that from him. He's a competitor, but he's a competitor in the right way. He does things the right way. He's a great man of faith, and I've learned so much from him, just both as a player and now as a coach, and really appreciative of him, his friendship, as well as Jeff Clark. I've grown close with both those guys, and love them to death, and we're going to compete like crazy within those lines, but we're going to hug each other after the game.
Okay, let's turn our attention to this game specifically, and I know you and I have talked all season long about the Kyle Mangus mindset. There's two schools of thought. Well, we're going to do whatever we can to stop Kyle, or the other aspect is we're going to worry about the other four and let Kyle do his thing. So there's two rules of thought here into this. Do you subscribe to any of them, or do you have another plan?
You're going to be mad at me when I say this. I I always ask our point guards, Cruz and whoever, what's the most important stat? And they'll talk about assist, and they'll talk about
win the game,
hustle plays, all that stuff, and it's 1-0. It's going 1-0. So regardless of who scores what, those kind of things. I always tease my dad, or my dad always teases me in that. What do you think we need to do to win the game? Well, score more points than the other team, So sometimes we can just worry about so much stuff, and what do we do? Do we take this away? Do we take that away? Mangus is a great player. Whatever we do tonight, he's going to find a way to adjust, to take what the defense gives him. He's going to find open teammates, those kind of things. I mean, we could take everything away from him, and other guys are going to step up and make plays. We've just got to play great team defense. It's not whoever's guarding him; it's all 5 guys. Maybe the most important defender tonight is the helper, helping out on Maxwell rolling to the basket, helping out on a coffee pick and pop or whatever it may be. We've just got to be locked in on everything: the on-ball defender, the 5-man helping, the helper, squeezing the paint, those kind of things. We've got to have a 5-man effort tonight against Mangus and their team.
Once again, a special thanks to Steve Draben for joining us here on the pregame show. Just a quick reminder, Grant Galen will join us at the half, get a chance to know another one of those top 100 players, of course, that we had mentioned to. Mark, I'm going to go over this. Hopefully I only have to do this one time tonight when it's all said and done. I wanted to kind of just go over the numbers for the 2 premier guards in the country that we'll see here today. Kyle Mangus in 5 games. First of all, he's 5-0 against the Pilots. Kyle Mangus, as averaging in 5 games, 29.6 points, 3.6 rebounds, 4.4 assists, 2.4 turnovers, and 1.8 block shots per ball game. But most importantly, 5-0. Now, Travion Cruz has only played against Indiana Wesleyan 3 times. He is, during that time, has averaged 24.3 points a game, 5 rebounds, 4.3 assists, 2.6 turnovers, and 2 steals. So they're the 2 premier guards that we've talked about. However, I will say this, especially with this guy being in the building right now. I see him down here to our left, the legendary Jerome Caldroni, who was the greatest assist man in the history of Bethel University basketball at 7.7 per game. Right now, Travion Cruz would rank number 3 behind the legendary Jack Edison of Plymouth fame, and he's averaging 5-point assists per ball game. So I've thrown out some numbers for you to chew on here, and we're about 3 minutes before tip-off. Tell you what, I really believe those 2 guys are going to be really special, but I think somebody else is going to have to step up and play a huge role. Who's it going to be?
Oh, man. For the Pilots, I'm going to go with I'm going KJ because I think Iowa does such a good job of taking away your best. And so they did a great job eliminating Zach Miller back in the day. And so I think they're going to really take Grant out of the game. Travion's going to do what Travion does, but I think Iowa's going to eliminate the Grant factor, and so KJ's going to have to step up. On the other end, Maxwell's going to have, Bethel's just going to rotate bigs in there against him, but I'll say Maxwell, you know that Mangus is going to get 30, but 30's not going to beat you. The Pilots, the Pilots are scoring more than 30 today, so it's going to be, can you contain? I remember we used to, we get so caught up on taking out Jordan Whiten or somebody, and Bob Peters would go off for 30. Somebody's going to step up, and I agree with you. It's going to be who's that number 2 man going to be tonight, and that's going to be the difference maker in this game.
Wildcats, 9 straight wins overall, 8 straight wins in the Crossroads League, 5 straight wins over the Pilots. Will one of those streaks be broken today? Yes or no?
I think the Pilots come away with a win today. I really do. They're playing well, and most importantly, they're playing good defense. And so I think that's going to be the key. Great crowd. They're at home. You come out with that high energy, and the defense creates offense. But it's Iowa. I'll tell you this. I certainly expect it to be a game that's decided in single digits, and I think whoever wins the game will have found themselves down by 8 or 10 points at some point during the game.
Let's take a look at the numbers. Cats come in averaging 91 a game, giving up 76. They're out rebounding their opponents by an eye-popping 7 per ball game, 39-32. They're shooting 73% from the charity stripe, 50% from the field, 37% from long range. The assist to turnover ratio is off the charts. 19 assists, 13 turnovers. That's 10th best in the country. They are averaging 9 steals and 4 block shots in every ball game. Now, let's change those numbers over for the boys that are going to be wearing the gray jerseys tonight from Bethel. 96.7, that is the top scoring team in all of America. They're giving up 84. They're out-rebounding their opponents 43-36. They're shooting 69% from the line, 48% from the field, 41% from three-point range. Bethel, not too bad in their assist to turnover ratio, only 4th best in the country at 18.8 assists to 12.3 turnovers. They're averaging 7.6 steals a game and 2.5 block shots. The numbers are staggering from a team perspective. Iwu, number 4 in the country in assists per game. Number 6 in scoring per game and scoring per margin. Number 7 in field goal percentage. Number 10 in assists to turnovers. And number 12 in blocks. Bethel, number 1 in scoring. Number 2 in assists. Number 3 in total rebound offensively. Number 4 in three-point field goals made. Once again, number 4 in assist to turnover ratio. And also number 5 in assists, number 8 in scoring margin, going up and down the line at the numbers. 2 of the best teams in America are on Mike Lightfoot court today, and we're ready to bring you a battle of 2 18-3 teams. Pilots are 6-3 in the Crossroads League. The Wildcats sitting at 8-1. Let's go on down to the legendary Brian Miller for all the details of today's game here. Live from Mike Lightfoot court. Bethel basketball is now on the Regional Radio Sports Network.
Your attention, please. Bethel University welcomes all players, officials, and spectators to today's contest. As a member of the NAIA, we are proud to be participants in the Champions of Character Initiative. We ask each of you to help create a positive, fun, and competitive environment by showing respect for one another. Fans, on behalf of the Crossroads League and Bethel University, please enjoy today's contest. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you to please rise and kindly remove your caps as Bethel University former Director of Tennis, Mr. John Natale, leads us in this afternoon's opening prayer.
Let's pray. Dear God, we thank you for another day and for the opportunity we have through your goodness to enjoy the game of basketball. We ask for your protection on each of these athletes as they play the game that they love. We also ask that you give all spectators the spirit to support their team in a manner that would be encouraging to them, and may our attitudes be pleasing to you as well. We ask all these things in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you. Fans, please remain standing as we honor America and those who serve and protect our great country with the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Today's national anthem will be performed by Bethel University 2012 graduate Emily Sullivan.
Stripes
Once again, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mike Lightfoot Court inside the Gates Gymnasium here on the campus of Bethel University. This is the Y Camp Center, and we thank you for attending today's men's basketball Crossroads League matchup between the visitors, the Wildcats of Indiana Wesleyan University, and the home team, your Bethel Pilots. Let's meet the starting lineups now, powered by First Source Bank, your partners from the first. First for the visitors from Indiana Wesleyan. Starting at one guard, a 6'1 senior from Maitland, Florida, number 13, Tanner Rubio. At guard, a 6-foot freshman from Fishers, Indiana, number 20, Noah Smith. At guard, a 6'4 junior from Warsaw, Indiana, wearing number 24, Kyle Mangus. At guard, a 6'3 senior from Batavia, Illinois, number 33, Caden Coffey. And at center, 7-foot sophomore from Clark Summit, PA, number 42, Seth Maxwell. Head coach of the Wildcats is Greg Tonigal.
Once again, Maxwell, Coffey, Mangus, Smith, and Rubio, the starters.
All right, ladies and
visitors.
gentlemen, boys and girls, BU fans of all ages, Y Camp Wackos, let me hear you. Let your light shine. And now here's the starting lineup for the home team, your Bethel University Pilots. At one guard, 6-foot senior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 2, Keontae Jenkins. Also at guard for BU, 6-foot junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 3, Trevion Cruz. At forward for your pilot, 6'6 freshman from Valparaiso, Indiana, wearing number 15, Nathan Ertz. At center, 6'8 freshman from Monrovia, Indiana, number 25, Maxwell Newman. And at guard, he's 6'5", he's a junior from Crown Point, Indiana, number 30, Grant Galen. Bethel coaches are Mark Paulsgrove, Alex Daniel, Will Abbott. Managers Elijah Andrews and Micah Gabler, and head coach of your Pilots. In his first season of 2004, Belmont graduate is Steve Draven.
Ready for some buckets, Coach?
I'm ready for some
Fans
buckets.
introducing today's officials. This afternoon's men in stripes, Mr. Michael Gashirski, Mr. Kevin Smith, and Mr. Phil Milrow.
All right, there are all the details that you'd want to know. Wildcats, red jerseys, red shorts with the white numbers. And, of course, the Wildcats written in white, trimmed in black on the front of the red jerseys. Pilots, gray shorts, gray jerseys, blue numbers trimmed in white. Bethel written in block letters on the gray jerseys. We are ready to go. Cats from left to right. Pilots from right to left. Number 2, number 11. What else could you ask for? Both clubs, they combined 36 wins on the ledger. One's ranked 2, one's ranked 11. Need I say more? Wildcat basketball. Here's Kyle Mangus with a long three-point shot. He picks up where he left off at Indiana Wesleyan as he scores the three-point bomb.
Yeah, there's one guy you need to know where he's at all times, and you hate to see him 12 seconds into the game get an uncontested three.
Here's Nathan Ertz on the near elbow looking for some help. Goes back door, deflected, and a steal by the Cats. Mangus back the other way. Shovels it over here now to Coffey. Coffey, 3, no good. A rebound. Keontae Jenkins on the rebound.
Skip
on
past
the
to
quick.
Grant.
Here's the ball in the hands of Cruz. He'll stop, he'll pop, shot no good, rebound Mangus. Mangus on the push out now from left to right. Kyle shovels it over the far side now to Smith. Smith knifes through traffic and lost the handle on it. I think Grant Galen may have got a hand on that.
Yeah, Grant got a hand in there, knocked it out of bounds. Baseline official there, I really watched him call games. Does a good job, passionate about what he does.
Now Mangus inbounds it into the corner now here to Rubio. Rubio's
good hands.
Pass knocked away by Trevion Cruz as he got his 2 paws up there to slap it away.
Good communication by the officials. The baseline one was looking at KJ battling on the block down there with Mangus, so looked out here for Kevin Smith for help.
Mangus out here to the right elbow now to Seth Maxwell. Shot in and out, no good. A rebound into the hands of Nathan Ertz. Here's Galen on the push out. Here's Grant with a turnarounder. Comes back out here to the Cruz, and then back here to Jenkins. KJ with a little slip pass to Newman. Back out here to Galen. Back to Max at the near elbow. Gives way to Ertz. Ertz will launch that 15-foot shot from the elbow. A rebound. Max Newman lays it up and in. It's a 3-2 ball game.
Good shot for Ertz coming off the screen. Mangus for the answer on the other end. Coach Draben not happy they even got the shot off. There's Newman to corral the rebound on this end.
With the ball here, Cruz at the top now drives down the left side of the lane. Shovels it to KJ. KJ with the fake. Shoots. Shot well off the rim. Now ball ripped out of the hands of Cruz by Rubio. Rubio over to the right side to Coffee. His high shot off the rim, no good. And here's Maxwell with the foul as Galen had position. First foul on Seth Maxwell, the 7-foot, 235-pound sophomore from Clark Summit, Pennsylvania.
Missed opportunity for the Pilots last possession, though. Grant Galen was wide open for KJ to swing it. KJ chose to shoot the step back. Grant's not going to get many open looks today. You got to take advantage of them when they're there.
Here's the ball in the hands of Ertz. Ertz traveled.
Yes, he did.
Comes out to KJ on the far wing. KJ looks for help, goes out here to Galen. He lost the handle on it.
And that's
now is that a double dribble?
They don't call that very much anymore, but that's a tough matchup for Coffee against Ertz if Nathan goes to the rack or gets down low and posts him.
Ertz, ball reverses to the right side, now to KJ. KJ shot hard off the rim. Mangus' second rebound. Kyle over the time. I don't like the way the Pilots offense has started this game. Now here's Mangus. Jump pass inside to Maxwell. Kick back out here to the near side to Smith. His shot off the rim, no good. A rebound into the hands of Cruz. Travion goes up quickly on the near sideline.
Skip pass.
KJ into the corner now to Newman. Newman with a shot from three, well off the rim now, and rebound.
It's the second time that KJ's missed Grant. He was wide open on the opposite floor. He got a wide open Newman, but if I've got my choice between Grant and Max, I'm going to Grant all day long.
Grant is shooting 47%. Maxwell Newman shooting 29%. Think about it.
Man.
Here's the ball in the hands of Maxwell. Back to Mangus. Mangus on the drive, stops at the free throw line, leans in, comes back out to the top to Rubio. Shot clock winding down. Inside 4, far side Smith. Shot clock is going to go off. Shot no good. Here come the Pilots. Grant Galen on the push out. Grant with a drive, looking for some help. Up and under, shot no good. A rebound into the hands of Coffee. Now the ball in the hands of Rubio. Slimes it over here to the corner to Coffee. His shot off the rim no good. Maxwell, there's a rebound put up and in by Mangus, and that's now 5-2 in favor of the Cats.
Yeah, it could have been an over the back there. Newman was boxing out Evan Maxwell. Didn't get the call right here in front of the Bethel bench.
Now with the basketball, Travion Cruz. Over on the right side, gives way now to Keontae Jenkins. Jenkins back out to Galen at the top now. Back to Jenkins. Jenkins looking. Boy, Smith all over Travion Cruz.
And they're trying to isolate Travion on the block, and Nathan Ertz went over there and clogged it up.
Here's Max Newman with a drive inside the lane. The big fella scores over the big fella.
Yeah, it's 5-4 lead, 16:06 to play in the first half. I like that play by Maxwell Newman. See if you can get that second foul on the big fella by going to the rim.
Here's Smith with the basketball. Noah looks to the baseline. Now comes here out high now to Maxwell. His shot no good. A rebound to Newman. Up court quickly now. Grant Galen stops, pops, shot no good. A rebound into the hands of Seth Maxwell.
I'm okay with that shot for Galen.
Here's a spinorama by Rubio. Rubio across the lane, flares here into the near corner. Gives it off to Smith. His shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Cruz. Both teams cold from the perimeter today. Here's Cruz back the other way. Will split the defense. Shoots, he scores, but they're going to call a travel.
Oh, my. Oh,
I don't buy that at all. 15:30. Media timeout coming your way. Once again, Bethel University basketball today being presented in part by our good friends Eric Gunther and Eric Gunther.
It's a career opportunity unlike any other in the financial services industry. The Thrive in Financial Representative Development Program for new college graduates. Earn an immediate salary.
Here to understand your life and help protect what's important. So call State Farm agent Eric Gunther today in South Bend at 574-291-1597. That's 574-291-1597. And also, don't forget, the Gates Automotive Group has 5 locations across the Michiana area. They have all types of vehicles at Gates Toyota, Gates Chevy World, Gates of Elkhart, Gates of Granger, and Gates Advantage. For more information, www.gatesautomotive.com.
And the Pilots just recognized Kelsey Brickner for going over the 1,000-point plateau last week. Bethel shooting 2 of 9 early on. Indiana Wesleyan 2 of 11. Iowa 1 of 7 from three-point range. Pilots 0 of 5. Bethel leads the rebound battle 9-7. 2 turnovers to Pilots, none for Iowa. So energy, excitement, nerves. Teams are getting good looks, just not knocking them down. But I feel like the Pilots have had a couple missed opportunities early, and those are the opportunities that cost you in a game like this. It's 1 or 2 possessions can decide this game.
Spencer Piercefield checks into the game now for the Wildcats. Also checking into the game for the Wildcats will be Tim Adukase. He'll be in the game. Bethel will come back with Pluta in the ball game. Here's a pass out here to the far wing. Now here to Rubio. His shot.
Front rim.
Yep.
Rolled it in.
Yep. And that gives the Cats an 8-4 lead.
So Coach Draven and his staff have to work the officials. Mangus is living in the lane down there, and he's posting up on KJ, but he's not leaving the lane. They've got to work for that call. There's a foul.
And out here on the perimeter now, Tanner Rubio, the 6'1 senior who transferred in from Jacksonville University, who hails from Maitland, Florida.
His response was exactly what I don't like from the young men and young women that we broadcast. Ref calls a foul when you clearly hammer somebody. Put your hand up in the air and accept it. Don't complain and act like it was a bad call.
Nathan Ertz goes back here to Keontae Jenkins, goes inside now to Cruz. His baseline shot, good. It's now an 8-6 ball game. Cruz is on the board for the first time tonight.
And you can tell that's Coach Draven wants to get him on the low block and post up and make Iowa show they can defend him.
Rubio here at the top, goes right side now to Mangus. Mangus on the drive.
Good
Shovels
defense.
it over there, and Galen with the steal. Nice job on the
Pickle Pluta on the help.
Here's a jump pass inside to Pluta. His shot is on the way, no good. Tipped up. Pluta got it back. Pluta shoots way too hard, and then there's Ertz, and then a foul called on the Wildcats. Good hustle by the Pilots on the glass.
Yeah, you'd love to make a layup, but you love the fact that they're pounding the glass. Pickle Pluta, great help side defense, forcing skip past Grant, took it, and then Pickle ran the floor. Missed 2 on the other end, but him and Ertz staying active down there. Rubio picks up his second foul.
Ertz, a 60% free throw shooter, knocks down the free toss. That makes it 8-7. And one more opportunity, he could tie up the game as Jared Dehart checks into the game now for the Pilots.
Role reversal as Jared started early in the year, and KJ would check in for him. So now it's Jared checking in for KJ.
Ertz with the second free throw good. That makes it 8-8. How about this here, Mark? Pilots with 8 points on the board, 6 of them coming from those 2 freshmen.
Hey, they're playing well. They're not backing down from anybody.
Here's Mangus coming around a screen. Still on the look. Hands it off here to the near side to Piercefield. Ball ricochets and a
charge
foul on the Cats.
I thought they were going to call Pluta for the flop. Instead, they're going to get Piercefield for the charge on the pass. Nick did a good job stepping in there.
And now to move from right to left will be the Pilots' Travion Cruz.
See, and I think you isolate Grant now on Piercefield. He's just got such a size advantage over him.
Galen goes now here to Ertz on the right wing. Back here to Galen. Quickly now here to Dehart. Inside to the low post now here to Cruz. Cruz will shoot the 16-footer and knock it down. 10-8. Cruz with his 4th point of the game.
So smooth. If I had a way to stop him, I'd be making a lot of money selling that game plan to everybody who plays the Pilots.
There's Mangus going right side to Smith, deep right corner. Back the far side now, Isaiah Payton. Here's Payton with a long 3-point shot over Dehart. That makes it 11-10 in favor of the Cats as the Cats make their second triple of the night.
And he only has 7 on the year. Cruz with the kick out to Dehart for 3.
Jared for 3, in and out, no good. A rebound. Ball deflected out of Cassie's hands, and then back here Smith in the corner. Shot from 3, good on the look from Piercefield. His 27th of the year gives the Cats a 14-10 lead.
Yeah, the previous one for Payton, 28% from the floor, only 7 3-pointers, and he caught shooting. All kinds of confidence in that one.
Cruz comes up high now here to Ertz, now here to Dehart, lobs it inside.
That's gotta be a foul.
How is that not a foul? Here's Ertz coming around a screen. His 3-point shot is no good. Holy cow, Mike. Goodness.
He was shoving.
Isaiah Payton with a basketball comes out high now here to Noah Smith. Smith on the drive down the left side of the lane, leans in, missed the shot,
over
tipped
the back.
up. And there is a foul over the back. And now Gavin Rassler will check into the ballgame now for Bethel as Nathan Ertz will come out. 14-10 in favor of the visitors from Marion, Indiana.
5 team fouls on Iowa, none on the Pilots. If you're Bethel, attack the rim. You can be shooting free throws for 10 minutes.
Here's the ball in the hands of Cruz, giving it off now to Jared Dehart. Jared looks wrap around here to Cruz. Turn around, 14-footer, no good. Rebound, Coffee of Iowa.
And notice they switched Mangus onto him, which is a
Here's
different
Mangus with a pass over here to the right side. Now here to Piercefield. His shot no good. Gavin Rassler the rebound.
Yeah,
Rassler, the former Niles Viking.
That's a good switch there by Coach Tonigo, going with the bigger guard on Travion now.
Rassler goes out here,
gotta
and
be a
there's
foul.
a foul
Yep.
whistled on Isaiah Payton. You called it Cincinnati Moeller product. I could talk it through.
You're shooting for the next 12 minutes. That's 16 fouls. Attack the rim, get the ball inside.
At the 12:15 mark from here on in. Here's D. Hart. Comes out here now to Galen. Galen letting the game come in. Goes
Nice
back door
pass.
to Cruz. He shoots and scores. 14-12. Travion Cruz with 6.
Yeah, he got undercut on that. He's okay, it looks like.
Here's Mangus with a wide open 13-footer. No good. Rebound tipped up and in by the 7-footer Seth Maxwell.
Yeah, he caught Rassler behind him, and there was nothing Gavin could do except foul there. It's a good decision not to foul.
Here is Cruz going left side now here to D. Hart. D. Hart on the drive. Goes into the corner to Galen. Grant for 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Good kick out on a skip pass, go baseline. You have to cut off baseline defensively if you're IWU.
Galen is 92nd triple of the year. They're going to mismatch inside. Now
Good
Mangus
hand.
had a strip.
Oh, Travion getting called for the foul on that. Whew.
He got his hand in a cookie jar there. I thought he had the cookie.
Yeah, he got undercut down there on his shot. Ended up on the floor, no call, and then he got called for that one. And that's what Travion's saying. I got to get the same call on the other end.
And Mangus will go to the line. He's got 5 on the afternoon.
Short.
And Mangus on the year. I was going over some of the Kyle Mangus numbers. Impressive beyond compare. 2,152 points for the youngster from Warsaw High School. Second free throw rattles in and around and in. Out.
How about
Mangus
that?
misses 2.
That's
Mark
a
it
foul.
down.
There you go. You're shooting, Jared. Keep attacking.
Isaiah Payton guilty of the infraction, and now Greg Tonigan will come back with Noah Smith.
And for the fans that are looking at the scoreboard, well, that's 7 fouls on one team. These have all been good calls. They've been blatant fouls by IWU, reaching in and getting out and getting in Bethel's grill, and Bethel's making them pay for that strategy.
And Jared Dehart will go to the line, a former product of Indian Creek High School, a 6-foot, 165-pound sophomore. On the year, a 66% free throw shooter. And because of that, it's now 16-16.
Dylan
with that free
he's
throw.
going to check in here. Pilots will go full court press.
Second free throw good. That makes it 17-16 Pilots. Galen will get a blow. As Dylan Sheehy Giuseppe
Yeah, and they'll
checks
just
in the game.
rotating players. First it was KJ, then it was Dehart. Now it's going to be Dylan. So it's Traven, now it's Dylan. They're just going to keep rotating players on Mangus.
There's a pass inside to the low post now, and Mangus finds his way over Dylan Sheehy and scores to give his club the lead back at 18-17.
Yeah, that was too easy there. There was some weak side help, but it was a step late.
Here's the ball at the top now. Travion Cruz goes right side now to Dehart. Dehart still
Gotta
on
get
the look.
Maxwell down low. Somebody's open.
There he is over on the far wing. Now he looks. He'll launch the shot from 18, well off the rim. That's not where he needs to make his living.
They'll give him that shot all day long.
Here's the drive all the way up and by Piercefield. Comes back to Coffey. Coffey back to Piercefield. Lobs it inside to Maxwell. Maxwell on Newman. Shoots.
Long.
Shot no good. Dehart the rebound. Nice job
Good
by the
defense by
freshman,
Newman.
Max Newman.
Yep.
Dehart goes into the corner to Dylan Sheehy. Sheehy for some help goes now here to Rassler.
Wow.
Rassler way out too far.
I don't understand
And
why.
Why?
There's still 22 seconds on the shot clock when both bigs shoot that. Rassler's 33% for three-point range. Newman's 29%. You could shoot that shot 15 seconds later. Run the offense, get the ball down low, attack the basket, get to the foul line, quit settling for 26-footers.
And now to move the ball from left to right. The Guests with a 1-point lead as Tanner Rubio. The Florida native has the ball now here in between the ring. Comes back here to Noah Smith. Smith face guarded by Dehart. Back to Rubio. Rubio looks for a cutter. Goes to Smith on the right. Over here to Coffey. Coffey flares out. 12 on the shot clock. Here's Rubio inside.
Good cut.
Backdoor pass to Mangus for the field goal. 20-17 Wildcats.
That's inexcusable because Dylan Sheehy's supposed to be face guarding Kyle Mangus. You can't lose him.
Here's Max Newman with a spin inside the lane. Shoots no good, and should have been a foul on Maxwell, no call. And now here's Coffey over the timeline now. Coffey gives way, pass inside to Maxwell for the one-hand dunk. Timeout Bethel, and they need it.
Yep.
As much as it's been a poor defensive effort the last 2 times, it's been the inexcusable quick shots on offense. We're totally out of their system. 22-17. Our coverage today being presented in part by
frustrating, Paul, from the standpoint that you've got the ball is precious. You got to take care of it. You got to get it in the right guy's hands. Travion Cruz has to get a touch. You can't just come down and shoot threes without Travion getting a touch on any possession. Dylan comes in. His job is all his job is to do is try and take Mangus out, and then you lose Mangus trying to do weak side help, and Mangus gets a layup. You know, Gavin catch and shoot from 20-some feet. If I'm Iwu, I'll give that up all day. You got two players on the floor with 2 fouls each for Iwu. Attack them.
Cruz with the basketball, jump pass now to D. Hardy. Cruz threw it away.
Yep, Iwu jumped
and
in the
Mangus
zone.
lost the ball off his foot, and now the ball into the hands of Tanner Rubio.
Yeah,
6-0 run by the Cats.
They went 1-3-1 zone. The Pilots didn't adjust.
Ball over here, right side, Smith goes into the right corner now to Mangus. Mangus against D. Hard, forget about that
He'll
news.
go up and over.
Back here's Coffey. Back to the far side now to Rubio. Rubio on the drive, and a 3-second violation or a foul call.
Hand check on Dylan on the dribble drive.
And it will be Nathan Ertz checking back into the game now for Gavin Rassler. And also Keontae Jenkins checks back into the ball game now.
And Gavin's got that tape on his left shoulder. He's kind of grimacing. I don't know if it's a frustration grimace or if he's just hurting.
And now to inbound will be Mangus to the right of the lane. Looks comes up high now to Seth Maxwell. Maxwell goes right back to Mangus. Shot no good, but Mangus is going to earn 2 free shots. You know they're.
Yeah, but Ertz, and that, in my opinion, I thought Ertz was straight up on that. Ball went to Mangus. He attacked a 3. You know, he attacked a triple team by the Pilots, and I thought Ertz was straight up, and Mangus just initiated contact.
9:05 to go here in the first half of play. Mangus could give his club a 23-17 lead, and he does so.
Remember, the Lady Pilots started the game 1 of 10 from three-point range. Right now, the men following suit, 1 of 10 from three-point range, 6 of 21 overall.
Mangus' second free throw good again. And now it's 24-17. The largest lead for either club is on the score sheet.
Yeah, Pilots out-rebounding Iowa. They just can't put the ball in the basket.
Here is
Good
Cruz
find.
going back door to
There's
Pluta, and Pluta got Maxwell. Pluta's not a very good free throw shooter, but the most important thing is the second foul on Maxwell.
Yeah, it's a great screen roll by Pluta. Good find by Travion, and that's going to send Maxwell to the bench. You bring in the big fella there, Adetakazi, but he's got a foul already as well.
Pluta, a 50% free throw shooter. Shot way off the rim, no good.
But you're sending a guy that's averaging 17 points a game to the bench for a guy that's averaging 5 points a game. Maxwell averages 8 rebounds. The other fellow averages 3. So that's a win for the Pilots, even though Nick missed both freebies.
And now here come the Wildcats. Over on the right side, Coffey goes now to Smith. Noah Smith goes left side now to Rubio. Rubio around a screen, still on the look, drives down the right side of the lane. And we're running on one-hander good, 26-17, Wildcats.
Travion got screened, Pluta stepped over, then Pluta rushed back to his guy and let the layup go. You got to stop ball.
Ertz with the ball inside to Pluta. Pluta's going to back it in. Reverse pass out here to D-Hart to Cruz. Cruz matched up against Mangus. He backs out of harm's way. Cruz around a screen, goes now here to KJ. KJ 3, no. Rebound, Noah Smith. Once again, the Pilots shooting woes continue again.
Yeah, they're one and done in every shot, too. I was taking care of the boards.
Here's Rubio with a long 3. 29-17.
That's Rubio's 25th triple on the season, his second today.
D-Hart with the ball on the far wing. One-on-one against Coffey, jump pass to Cruz. Cruz for 3, good.
How about that? Get the ball to Travion, let him shoot.
I was watching the Butler game last night, and the kid just took over in the second half, and their best player. And you got to get the ball in the best player's hands at all times. Here's Rubio, 3, way off the rim, no good. And
it's off
of it, Mangus out of bounds.
Hey, if you're the Pilots, you'll let Rubio shoot all day as opposed to Mangus shooting the ball. I mean, yeah, he's a good shooter, but look at the options.
Media timeout. Wildcats lead 29-20. And we'll be back with more Crossroads League.
It's a career opportunity unlike any other in the financial services industry. The Thrive in Financial Representative Development Program for new college graduates. Earn an immediate salary with bonus opportunities while getting support and training to build client relationships and grow your own business. Join a company that rewards young professionals who are results-driven and want to live out their faith by making a difference in the lives of Christians by helping them be wise with money.
TCUnet.com to kick off your better banking experience. See TCU Debit MasterCard terms and conditions for details. Alliance One and Co-op ATMs within Indiana are free. New members are subject to a $7 membership fee and $5 initial share deposit.
Paul Condry, Mark Gardner, glad you can join us here from our broadcast location here at the Gage Gymnasium. Coverage also being presented in part by Cubit Network of LaPorte. What set Cubit Networks apart from the rest of the competition? They desire to build client relations so that will stand the test of time as well as changing technology. Cubit Networks is your technology advocate for security, communications, enterprising networking, and computer support. For more information on Cubit Networks, call them at 219-324-9900. That's area code 219-324-9900. Or visit them on the web at www.qubitnet.com.
All right, Pilots trail by 9, 7:31 to play in the first half. Bethel shooting 31% from the floor, IWU 44%. Bethel 2 of 12 behind the line, IWU 5 of 13. Both teams with 16 rebounds.
Here's Keontae Jenkins with a spin.
Out of control, but he got a fortunate break.
And Pluta was there for the two-and dunk. And the Pilots will take all the free garbage they can get.
Yeah, one of the most unorthodox assists that KJ will ever get, but it'll work.
Here's Ajakasu with a drive inside the lane, and he scores the easy field goal. 30. Well, that was the Olay defense by the Pilots.
Yeah, and I think they're out of sorts because KJ struggled to get back.
Here's the ball in the hands of Ernston. Out of Jenkins in the corner. Lobs it
Nice
inside to Pluta.
pass.
Pluta is there for the layup on the reverse side. 31-24. Pluta with back-to-back field goals down.
Hey, how about having an inside game for the Pilots? We haven't seen a lot of that here today, so that's good.
Newman got a couple of them early, but then they went away from it. There's a pass inside and a foul as Keontae Jenkins was holding Mangus, I believe.
Yep. And that's a good foul. You'd rather give a foul than the layup. It's KJ's first. Pilots have got to get weak side help if they're going to front him, though, because
Jared Diar checks back into the game now here for Keontae Jenkins.
KJ has a look of disbelief on him. I think, yeah, they took him out to check out his ankle. Ashley Ord's coming to see him.
And now to inbound the ball to the left of the lane will be Kyle Mankus against Nathan Ertz. Inbounds defending position. Back over on the far side. Adukasi looks for the handoff. Now goes right side. Nearly stolen by Galen. Back to the far wing now. Here's Tanner Rubio. Rubio and Cruz matched up on the.
Good defense by Ertz off the
Here's
ball.
A jump shot for three. No good. Ball ricochets into the hands of who? Finally, Nathan Ertz gets the hot potato. Here's Cruz back the other way. Stopping. Popping. Shot off the rim. No good. Rebound into the hands of Rubio. Rubio on the push out.
Take a charge.
Rubio around the back dribble. He traveled and no call.
Both guys fell down. That was an odd one.
Now ball into the hands of Piercefield. Goes back here to Rubio. Rubio, the drive, the shot, and the score. 33-24 Wildcats. 6:02 to go.
Grant's got to cut off that dribble. You have to make him change directions.
Here's the ball in the hands of Nathan Ertz. Ertz with a spinner ram into the goal, and he scores. 33-26 Cats. 5:49 to go in the half.
Whoever Piercefield or Rubio are guarding that end, you've got to post them up. You've got an advantage on the offensive end if you're the Pilots.
Rubio step back, goes left side to Smith. Now on the little pass, little post over there on the far side. Adukasi gets it out here. Here's Adukasi on the drive. He traveled, no call. And then there's a foul called on Nick Pluta.
Late whistle. Missed the travel. Officials are offended by the Pilots bench for making the correct call.
The officials behind here said they're just getting excited. Chill out. Tim Adjukasi, a young man from across the pond, knocks down the free throw. Saddleback Christian from London, 6'6", 240-pound freshman. Averages 5 points, 3 rebounds, 63% at the line, and he gives his club a 34-26 lead with 5:32 to go. One more for number 15. This one's picture perfect as well, 35-26. 26 Wildcats.
Both teams now 4 of 6 from the foul line here in the first half.
Cruz over the timeline now, comes around a Rassler screen, drives, shoots,
There's your foul.
and they're going to call that well before, and that'll send Travion Cruz to the line as Mangus give him an elbow.
Yeah, but again, now you're 9 fouls. You're shooting 2 free throws the rest of the half, and you got another foul on a starter over there.
Let's take a moment and highlight what Travion Cruz has done, Mark. Number 2 in the country in assists with 130. Number 3 in the country in assists per game at 6. Number 8 in free throw percentage at 89. And he knocks down the free one here. Number 10 in total scoring with 456. Number 12 in the assist to turnover ratio at 3. Number 12 in points per game at 21.7. Number 16 in three-point field goal percentage at 47. And he has settled the deal here and scored 2 free throws. Perfect timing for me to get those numbers in. 35-28.
And he gives us that look. He hates coming off the floor. That's just a competitor.
There's times in years past, and I can go over the numbers here momentarily, that the Pilots could not afford to take him off the floor. And here's the ball in the hands of Smith. Smith comes back out to the top. They go inside, ball deflected around. Who's got it? Galen tracks it down. And now here's KJ on the push-out. Keontae Jenkins drives, shoots, and
out of control.
Totally out of control.
You work too hard to get the ball to just throw it up.
Here's Mangus knocking away. Galen with the steal.
Yeah, you work too hard to get a steal on this end to just go down there and throw it off the backboard. Got to dribble it out and reset. You're in a 7-point game here. Every possession's crucial.
Spencer Piercefield, Center Grove product, will inbound the ball in front of the Bethel bench. And into the backcourt they go, and Tanner Rubio will engage the offense now into the forecourt. Still on the look, crosses over, drives inside.
Good hands.
And ball deflected out here. Here's Mangus. Mangus fouls by Keontae Jenkins.
It's on the floor, so.
Well, I got the triple screen over here, Mark. I couldn't see through the 2 officials and 2 coaches.
That's KJ's second. See if the
6th foul on the Pilots as a team. Adjukasi gives them quality minutes when Maxwell has to go to the bench.
Yeah, Michael Thompson the third checking in for the Wildcats, making his first appearance.
Cincinnati Moore product Isaiah Payton on the inbounds. Cross court now here to Piercefield. Gives out high now here to Payton. Handoff now here to Mangus. His jump shot good from 19. 37-28. Mangus continues his hot hand. He's got 13 first half points. DeHart near side wing, waits for a cutter.
Rassler's got position, go over the top of the lob. There's
a pass inside. Rassler fakes, shoots,
there
scores over Mangus. 37-30. Pilots at 7-point trailer with 4:13 to go. Rassler's on the score sheet for the first time.
Yeah, and he had position fronted and back.
Mangus with a jump pass here to a wide open Michael Thompson the third. And when he has guessed the flush with 2 hands.
And that's what happens when you get so caught up in Mangus. You triple team him, and he just finds an open teammate.
Here's Ertz into the corner now to Galen. Galen flares out high, gives it off to DeHart. His 3-point shot way off the rim. Not a good shot. Piercefield.
No, I like Jared shooting out if he's going to his right, not going to his weak end.
Here is Mangus with a pull-up 14-footer. Good.
So smooth.
41-30. Mangus now with 15. 3:35 to go.
Travion sitting in front of us waiting to get in.
Shaking his head. Here's Keontae into the corner now here to DeHart. Jared inside scores. No foul. 41-32.
Second time the Wildcats have let Jared go baseline. He made him pay with the kick out to Grant the first time, and they finished it at the rim that time.
Here's Rubio crossing over on DeHart. Shovels it inside now here to Thompson. He scores. Making it 43-32. The Pilots are in that funk right now, Mark, where they can't play a lick of defense.
Yeah, now we're just trying to outscore people.
Yep, here is KJ with this finger roll on the score, making it 43-34.
Timeout Bethel.
Timeout Pilots.
Travion on the floor, yeah.
2:57 to go, and it will be Bethel with a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. We're going to say thanks to some of our sponsors who are making it happen here today.
I did my undergraduate liberal arts degree and immediately jumped into the working world, eager to put what I had learned in school to use. I liked what I was doing, and I was good at it. Although I was doing well, I couldn't help but feel as if I wasn't truly succeeding. I knew I wasn't achieving my full potential. That's why I elected to do something about it. After researching programs at a few different schools, I decided to enroll in Bethel University's MBA program. Taught by leaders of their community, the program was intensive, and it pushed my understanding of business practices further. I gained practical skills in how to solve complex problems creatively. I learned how to generate new ideas and the positive impacts they can have not only on businesses, but also the surrounding communities. My education at Bethel University gave me the resources I needed in order to reach my full potential.
QUBITNET.com.
Hey, Paul, give a shout out to Mom and Dad who have safely arrived down in Florida, and I know they're tuning in to cheer on the Pilots and listen to us talk basketball. Pilots shooting 41%, but only 2 of 14 from three-point range today, 15%. Indiana Wesleyan shooting 53% from the field, 5 of 14 from three-point range. IWU 19 rebounds. Bethel has 17, 3 turnovers apiece. So
Noah Smith will walk it up here against Nathan Ertz.
Run and jump by the Pilots, try and change things up a little bit. I like this.
Noah Smith.
Mangus on the bench, so now's the time to be a little more aggressive defensively. But again, I feel like Pilots have mismatches all over on the offensive end.
Here's Coffey with the basketball, goes inside. Now here to Michael Thompson. Back to Smith. He leans in over Rassler. Missed the shot.
Go.
Now here's Cruz on the push out. Travion Cruz.
Ertz, you got to get the ball to Ertz. He's got Piercefield on him down there.
Here's over to Dylan Sheehy. Back out to the top. Coffey comes away.
Good hustle. Saved it behind his back.
And here's a drive, a shot, no good, and the rebound into the hands
you got
of Bob.
numbers. Travion's on the right.
Here's Galen. Goes
There
down
you
to
go.
Cruz. Cruz, three
Long.
way off the rim now. Boy.
Oh, man, missed opportunities.
Smith
You had
with the basketball
Piercefield guard and Ertz. You got to get the ball inside.
Deep right corner now. Thompson, the third, comes back out here to the far wing. Now here to Piercefield. Back to the point now. It's Thompson to Coffey. Coffey three, no good. Cruz the rebound.
Yeah, Pilots need to cut 4 or 6 points off this lead with this lineup out there. Mangus waiting to check in, so you got to make work right now.
Rassler on the dribble. Looks inside, goes. Missed the shot, no foul called. And here's Coffey with the rebound now. And a timeout for Greg Tonigo. He's going to take a 30 with 1:34 to go in the first half.
That's a minute 20 that he just won because the score didn't change, and he got Kyle Mangus a rest.
It's a career opportunity unlike any other in the financial services industry. The Thrive in Financial Representative Development Program for new college graduates. Earn an immediate salary with bonus opportunities while getting support and training to build client relationships and grow your own business. Join a company that rewards young professionals who are results-driven and want to live out their faith by making a difference in the lives of Christians by helping them be wise with money.
Francis 93-91. Huntington beat Taylor 88-85. Spring Arbor upended Goshen 78-51, and Indiana Wesleyan beat Grace 87-85. And of course today we've got Marion at Grace, St. Francis at Huntington, Spring Arbor at Taylor, Goshen at Mount Vernon. Of course the one we have here.
Yeah, I'll get you some halftime scores here when we get to the half.
Here's Coffey with the basketball, comes out here to the top now, here to Piercefield. Now to Smith. Smith on the drive inside. Shot no good. Ball ricochets into the hands of Rassler.
Take care of it. It's a 1-on-4, Dylan.
Dylan Sheehy hands it off now to Galen. Galen looks for help, comes back out to Sheehy. Sheehy looking. Skip pass now here to Nathan Ertz. Inside to Rassler.
Good move.
Rassler inside for the field goal. Makes it 43-36.
And who was guarding him down there, Paul? Piercefield. I mean, take advantage of what the other team's giving you.
Here's Mangus with the ball, comes around a double screen.
Good jump.
Now here into the corner. Wide open shot and no good on the Coffey offering.
Push it.
Now here's Cruz on the push out from right to left now. They had a stolen
Good
by
hands.
Smith. Great play defensively by Smith. And then a foul calls on Cruz.
And that was a great hands by Smith. We don't see Travion Cruz get his pocket picked very often. And then Travion just fell on top of him. So if you're the Pilots, I think you got to pull Travion for, I don't know, 44 seconds.
And now to the line will be Noah Smith. He's going to have a very promising career. 69% free throw shooter, averaging 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1.5 steals, and 2 turnovers. And there was one of those right now. And Smith's free throw is well off the rim. And then the Pilots got beat on a box out. A terrible
And that's what can't
play
happen.
right there.
You can't sit there and complain about an official's call and then not do your job on the other end of the floor.
That was, I think, Nathan Ertz who missed the box out there. Ball out here to the top now. Smith goes now to Mangus. Mangus.
He elbowed him.
Shot on the far side, 3, no good. Rebound, Rassler. on the missed shot by Spencer Piercefield.
Attack the rim, Travion.
Cruz flares out into the near wing, into the corner.
Get the ball down there to Gavin. He's got him sealed.
Back into the near corner now. Sheehy
stepped out of bounds. I don't understand that. Dylan steps out of bounds and then turns and yells at Travion, we're holding it for one shot. It doesn't matter if you're getting 6 shots or 1 shot. You got to play within the parameter of the court.
And Pluto. Now Keontae Jenkins comes in for Gavin Rassler. And what else? Who else came out? Galen came out and Pluto went in.
And Rubio checked back in with 2 fouls for the final 13 seconds because he's more of an offensive threat than Smith is. So the guy's all over the place here. If Dylan would lean on Kyle Mangus, I can almost guarantee he's going to get a push off before he tries to get open. But Dylan's got to get in front of him. Too easy.
Yep. Now here's Mangus now.
You got to run and jump. You can't let him come up and score. You got to run and jump.
Here is the Mangus into the corner now, back into the right side now here to Coffey. Coffey shot no good. Cruz cannot, and that'll do it. Halftime is here, 43-36. Let's get a thought here from Bethel assistant coach. All right, let's get a thought here now from Mark Paulsgrove. Mark, first of all, you didn't shoot the ball very well, but there was a stretch of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive possessions where the Pilots' defense, they must have left it in the locker room.
Yeah, really inconsistent. I feel like defensively we started out the game pretty well. Offensively, we were just kind of shooting low percentage shots for us, just not shots in our system. Cruz took some good ones, but aside from that, just inconsistent. And then as the half went on, they got to the rim, and kind of like the first game against us where they just scored at the paint at will. So
you know, there are guys who don't have the green light to shoot shots, and yet they continue to shoot shots. I know that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, it is. You know, we just have to stick with it, and you know, take shots that are within our system and good shots to us.
Yeah, and we talk about that. There's shots going up that you can get 15, 18 seconds later. Yeah. You can shoot a 26-footer with 10 or 6 on the shot clock, not with 26 on the shot clock. Right. Defensively, we're fronting Mangus.
Mm-hmm.
Weak side helps been there most of the time.
Yeah.
But my concern is the dribble drive's killing us.
Yeah, we've done a pretty good job with him in the post.
Yep.
He's gonna get one every once in a while. But yeah, just the dribble drive, staying in front, talking and communicating, and just finishing the play out. You know, I feel like we do a pretty good job on the perimeter. It's once they start driving it, right, you know, we get a step behind.
All right, Coach, go figure it out.
All right, thanks.
All right, once again, 43-36. Glad you can join us here, and of course, thanks to Mark Paulsgrove. And now we're going to be joined by one of our good friends. Not only does he coach the game well, but he puts the headset on from occasion. We're glad to have our sportscasting coaching friend, Ron Eklundski. Coach, take a look at the camera up there because you're on live and in living color. But, hey, congratulations on win number 400 last night.
You know, the only thing I want to be congratulated on is I get a chance to look at your beautiful wife up there, man.
I like that I did, dude.
No, you know what? And we've been in this stuff a long time. And if you love coaching and you persevere, some of those milestones come along. And I've been really lucky to have great coaches, great players, and an opportunity to do this. I mean, someone's got to give us an opportunity, and Mishawaka did. Allowed me to come back home and coach hoops again.
All right, real quickly, we're going to try to do this really, really fast. But you're here today because of something that was life-altering, because of the donor program that you're heavily involved with. You nearly lost your own life, but it wasn't for a wonderful organ donor that changed your life. I want you to take us back real quickly in about 30 seconds. Tell us about the story, or you wouldn't be here today.
Yeah, I had a very rare liver disease. I got hooked up with a great doctor. I had a 19-year-old who just forgot to wear his helmet. He was riding his motorcycle, forgot to wear his helmet, and he got in an accident in Kentucky. My liver matched, my numbers matched his. I got his liver. I had a chance to really meet Morgan Wooten. Morgan from DeMatha had a liver transplant a month before I did. Morgan just passed away about 2 days ago. And so, you know, it's my cause to champion on and speak for organ donation awareness. There's there's a lot of people, 1,300 people in the state of Indiana waiting for organs, man.
Exactly.
I mean, don't take your organs to heaven. Heaven knows we need them here.
Absolutely. And also I wanted to bring this up because a very dear friend of mine, Phil Bausman, the head football coach at West Washington High School, who passed away of a seizure and a stroke earlier this fall, right before his team was getting ready to play in the, right after they played in the semi-state championship game. He passed away, but he was on the list to give away his organs. 7 people survived because of being a part. He was part of the organ donor program.
Well, it's a legacy. I mean, a part of him lives on in other people, and I mean, if you can't be here with us, it's a wonderful thing to be able to do.
Congratulations on win number 400, brother.
Hey, I'm going to see you Thursday. I'm going to see you Friday night at Penn, right?
Yep, that's indeed.
All right, you're the best, man.
All right, thanks again to the legendary Ron Iklinski. Congratulations on win number 400. Couldn't be happier to my very, very dear friend. I promised you our interview with Grant Galen. The interviews continue live from Bethel.
Welcome back here at the half of today's men's game. Indiana Wesleyan Bethel matched up here. Great top 12 matchup. Joining us now here, the pride of Crown Point High School, Grant Galen, joining us here. Grant, first of all, let's just talk about the start of the year for you, making the transition from point A to point B. And tell you what, there's highs and lows in the game of basketball, just like shooting is. There's highs and lows. And just talk about some of the journeys that you've traveled thus far.
Yep, I mean, just it's been great with this team. I mean, getting knocked down a couple games here, and the way we've responded every time has been great. We just get right back up, and we just keep continuing to get better. After every game, we take the lessons from every game, and we just try and keep getting better every practice, every game. So just a great environment, and we're on a roll.
I want you to take me back to the high school experience. You had a chance to play under one of my best friends in basketball, Clint Swan. I've known Swanee since he started, matter of fact, when he was a junior varsity coach back in the days. That'll show you how long I've been doing this job.
Yeah, I mean, it was a blessing. It was a great time in my life. Learned a lot, and great things came from it. I owe him a lot, and a lot of my success. So. Still keep in contact with him today. He gives me tidbits and opens the gym for me when I get back home. So, just blessed to have that guy in my life still.
You're the consummate gym rat. Every time I'm here at the gym for a women's game, men's game doubleheader, you're here shooting first, and then you just you eat it, drink it, and sleep. But where's that motivation come from, and where are you at in regards to? I mean, how many hours do you think you got the ball in your hand?
I don't know about the hours, but I'll tell you, I mean, I just keep getting shots up. It's the only way I've been able to do it and stay consistent over the years. I mean, just getting shots up, repetition, just muscle memory. That's about all it comes down to. So I've been doing that since middle school. So it's just been a habit of mine.
Well, obviously, you're playing in the Crossroads League. For many of us who've been in the league for a long time, we understand it. We've always felt that it's the best conference in the country, and if you look at the amount of championships this league has won, it certainly will bear it out. But as you going through the first time around in this league, what's been your take of the Crossroads League, and is it as difficult as you thought it would be?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's everything that everybody said it was. It's definitely lived up to the hype, and every game's a grind. Going on the road, either home or on the road, I mean, it's a grind, and I would second that. I mean, I think it's the best conference in the country for sure. Any given night, any of these teams can come out and beat an IU, beat us. So it's you got to come ready every night.
We had a chance to share a little bit of sports. Viral excitement when the dunk was called by yours truly, and tell you what, anything that ends up on ESPN, I think that's kind of a good thing, huh?
Yes, sir. It was a fun night. It was a special night, one I'll remember forever. I mean, it's something you grow up dreaming about. So I mean, it was great the way it happened, went down, and it was a fun night for sure. So.
All right, let's turn our attention back here to the home stretch of playing in this league. You've had a chance to see everybody play.
So many working adults worked long and hard to get where they are, but they're stalled. That 4-year degree you worked so hard to earn isn't getting you where you were born to be. We can help, faster and more easily than you ever thought possible. Earn your MBA in record time. Change your life forever. At one of the most flexible, convenient, and respected private universities in the American Midwest, Bethel University. Be you, the you were born to be. Visit us online right now at BUatBethel.com. Your MBA is waiting. Be you at Bethel University.
That dude's insane. He's awesome.
When I graduated with an undergrad degree, it took some time to find my first job. And when I started that job, it was an entry-level position, and I was stuck. If I wanted to make any advancement in the company, I'd have to keep my nose down and hope I made my way up the ladder over the years. This didn't sit well with me. I decided to enroll in Bethel University's Organizational Management program. The flexibility of the online program was what first attracted me. Next was the fact that the courses are taught by experienced professionals. This presented a great opportunity to learn about communications, finance, human resources, and strategies that keep an organization moving. It also allowed me to network with the leaders of the community I'm working in now. Because of my education at Bethel University, I'm excelling at my own pace.
Kyle Menges, 15 points, 3 rebounds, 1.
Internet grows exponentially every day. With that growth comes undeniable benefits that help people around the world. And with those benefits come people who use the internet for all the wrong reasons. Theft, fraud, and harassment are only a few ways individuals and companies are targeted every day by people with poor intentions. Cyber threats and cyber fraud have the main problems facing companies and organizations today. In one of the fastest growing industries, cybersecurity professionals are in high demand. Take a step toward success and learn what it takes to help others by getting an online degree in cybersecurity at Bethel University.
Whatever reason wasn't in the rotation then later in the half. KJ.
Every day and every night in our community, registered nurses are dispensing the most powerful medicine in the world without a prescription. Comfort, compassion, and unwavering love. Angels don't always wear wings. Some of them wear scrubs. If you're a registered nurse, thank you. And when you're ready, we'd like to help do something for you. Help you earn a BSN that will change your life forever. Faster than you ever thought possible at Bethel University. Isn't it time to do something for yourself? Visit us right now at BUatBethel.com. A BSN from Bethel University.
The half. Grace, 40.
When you spend your days lighting fires instead of putting them out, inspiring everyone around you, investing in eternity, and knowing this is what you were born to be, why not make it official? If you're a working adult with a 4-year degree, transition to the most influential thing you can possibly do with your life. Become a teacher. It's easier and faster than you ever thought possible at Bethel University. The most fulfilling career change you'll ever make. Transition to teaching right now. Visit us on the web at BUatBethel.com. Change your life forever at Bethel University.
You think, well, maybe we can win 2 or 3. If they can steal a win here today on Mike Lightfoot court, this would go a huge way for them winning another Crossroads League regular season championship.
Yeah, if they get this one today, they give themselves a 3-game cushion over Bethel, and they've got the tiebreaker, obviously, in the head-to-head, so basically a 4-game cushion over Bethel. Everybody else is already 3 behind them, and, you know, those teams are going to play each other. Mount Vernon, St. Francis, Grace all have 5 wins, and they all have to play each other, so somebody's getting L's in there. Halftime talks. If I'm Coach Tonigal, hey, we played pretty well, but we're only up 7. You know, I'm not sure what his. I guess it's, you know, keep doing what we're doing. But if you're Coach Draben, I think it's an easy halftime talk. Guys, we didn't play well. We didn't shoot well. We had defensive breakdowns. We had missed opportunities, and yet we're only down 7, and we get the ball to come out and start the half. And so I feel like for the Pilots, it can only get better. I don't think they can play worse because there was just poor execution on the offensive end. And I don't know if it's got caught up in the excitement of the game, but, when you look at the scoreboard, it's one of those games where I think if there's not a scoreboard, you think the Pilots are down 15 going in at the half. But the fact is they're only down 7, and they've got better basketball to play here this half.
Well, they certainly come walking out onto the floor like they've somebody stole their cookies.
That's been a thing with this team all year. They don't come out as a team. They kind of dwindle out of the locker room at halftime, and I don't get it. I'm a big fan of coming out with some energy, and guys come out and they sit on the bench, they talk. You've been sitting in the locker room for 17 and a half minutes, 18 and a half minutes. I'm not sure why you need to come sit back down, but I'm an old man. They're players. Obviously they're playing college basketball at a high level, so far be it for me to critique what's going on and act like I know better, but I just wish we'd see more energy and better execution.
Yeah, Indiana Wesleyan holds the longest active streak in the NAI Division II poll, 86 plus. And of course, they were the preseason number 2 in the Crossroads League. Kyle Mangus, of course, is the preseason player of the year. And certainly anything that we saw in the first half would not change our opinions in regards to that. But you can also throw in that Travion Cruz could be in the same zip code. Take a look at our starters here in the second half. It's going to be Keontae Jenkins, Travion Cruz, Nathan Ayers, Max Newman will be on the floor along with Grant Galen. It appears that Greg Tonigal is going to come back and go with his same group. Tanner Rubio, Noah Smith, Kyle Mangus, Coffey, and Seth Maxwell. As Steve Draymond's going to try to get his final word in edgewise here before he sends everybody out. But once again, we're glad you can join us here for college basketball. Somebody needs to worry about putting the basketballs away. I guess that's a good place to start.
We had 6 players on the floor during the women's game. Penn almost got away with 6 on the floor last night during the high school game we called. So let's try and play with 17 basketballs on the floor and see what happens here.
And now they finally get everything taken care of, and now we're ready to go. Once again, second half. Once again, in case you're just hopping along, the number 2 Wildcats taking on the number 11 Pilots. Both teams sitting with 18 wins and 3 losses on their resumes. However, the Wildcats with 8 wins and 1 setback in Crossroads League play compared to the Pilots 6 wins and 3 losses. Indiana Wesleyan is 9-3 away from the friendly confines of the Lucky Arena. The Pilots are 8-2 here on the Gates Gymnasium floor. Pilots gray shorts, gray jerseys, blue numbers. Wildcats red shorts, red jerseys. A pass inside Max Newman with a shot from the right block, missed it. And Seth Maxwell the rebound. A good look, just didn't convert again.
Yeah, and he had a good start to the first half, so I like the idea of getting the ball inside. That's one of my points of emphasis here for the second half.
Maxwell goes over here now to Mangus. Mangus is going to come around a screen. Back here on the ball reversal inside, there's Maxwell. Maxwell with the shot, no good. A rebound, Nathan Ayers.
Good defense by Newman.
And now here is the ball in the hands of Cruz. Cruz drives, shoots from 15 off the rim, ricochets out. Here's Keontae Jenkins for 3. God! It's a good way to get him started.
I picked him to be the difference maker, so he better step it up. Pilots down 43-39 with 19:08 to play in the game.
Well, here on the near side wing, now Noah Smith comes around an elbow screen from Maxwell. They go to Maxwell, and he lost the handle out of bounds.
Yep. Good defense by Ertz stepping in, forcing the extra pass. We talked about that in the women's game. Just make them make the extra pass. I always tell my players, somebody's got to pass it, somebody's got to catch it, and somebody's got to put it in. If you just give up the uncontested layup, you've eliminated 2 of those options for a mistake.
Here's Cruz with a drive down the lane.
That's body. He got body.
Goes over here to Galen for 3. God!
I'm glad they didn't call it.
Just like that, the Pilots on a 6-0 run have closed the gap here to start the second.
Steal by the Pilots.
Back the other way now. Keontae Jenkins up the left
He's
side.
got Travion and Grant both over here on the skip pass.
KJ with the drive. And a foul called.
They're going to call foul number 3 on Maxwell. That's a tough call. Officials are saying he's inside the circle, I believe, is what he's going to get. But, man, he had Travion and Grant trailing over here.
18:34 to go here in the second half. Pilots with 2 3-point baskets by Keontae Jenkins and Grant Galen have closed that 7-point Cat advantage. And now Keontae Jenkins with 2 free shots. And that will be Keontae Jenkins, a Fort Wayne product, went to Horizon Christian Academy, and he went off to Cardinal Stritch before transferring in, and he ties up the ball game here at 43-43. Jenkins on the year, an 81% free throw shooter, averages 10.8, 4.2 rebounds a game. And his second free throw, no good. So 1 of 2. We're deadlocked at 43 all.
Yeah, Maxwell stays in the game, playing with 3 fouls.
Here is Maxwell at the top of the ring now. Goes right side, now to Rubio. Back to Mangus at the point. Goes up high now to Maxwell. Seth hands it off to Mangus. Mangus had it stolen away by Ertz. Ertz back the other way.
Skip pass, there
on
you
the
go.
skip to the far side to Galen for 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound. Mangus on the push out. He has got Noah Smith cherry picking. He drives, shoots. A block shot from by Galen from behind. Newman up court
KJ's
to
gonna
Jenkins.
go to the rack.
Jenkins to the goal. Missed it, tipped up. No good. And finally Maxwell comes away with the pumpkin. Here's the ball into the hands of Noah Smith.
Oh, be smart, KJ.
Back out to Mangus. Mangus on the drive. Shot good. 45-43. Kyle Mangus gives his team the lead back.
He's always the calming factor. I thought Newman could have taken a charge there. I like that kick out by Ertz because otherwise I think he was going to draw a charge going
Cruz
to the rim.
inside with a reverse layup for 2. We're tied 45 all.
And Seth Maxwell didn't want to pick up his 4th foul, so he kind of gave that one up there.
Rubio comes off a dribble, stops, looks, now goes back to Maxwell, back to Rubio on the baseline. Now he comes around a screen. Rubio with the drive against KJ, scores 47-45. Indiana Wesleyan at the 17:08 mark.
And I like Rubio's play. And Coach Draven was calling for the switch, and somebody didn't switch there, just gave up the layup. I like the way Rubio plays.
Over here, Galen on the near wing. Goes back here to Travion Cruz. Cruz on the dribble, drives in traffic, goes inside to Galen, and Galen is hammered.
And that's 3 fouls on Rubio. Rubio took the elbow to the face.
So Grant Galen will go to the line where he is a 83% free throw shooter at 16:50 to go in the second half.
Travion being real aggressive this half, getting to the rim. Coach Tonigo's going to call a timeout. You got 2 starters now with 3 fouls. There's still 16:50 to play.
So a 30-second timeout by the Pride of LaPorte High School. Beefs is open for lunch 11 to 7 days a week. For more information, www.beefobradies.com. Beef O'Brady's good food, good sports. So the Tonigal timeout at the 16:50 mark here in this second half. And that gives Greg 4 remaining in his bag of tricks. Coach Draymond likewise with 4 in his bag of tricks.
You got the 83% foul shooting Grant Galen heading to the line, shooting 2. Now with Rubio picking up his 3rd foul, you got to tell your bigs when he's attacking the basket, step in and try and draw a charge. He's still checking to make sure everything's connected to the top of his noggin there as he took a big bow to the head.
Second free throw by Galen good, so we're tied at 47 all. And now here is Rubio matched up against Cruz. Comes up here, stops on a dime.
He backpedaled.
Yep. Adjukase here on the basketball. Now comes back to Mangus. Mangus at the top. Drives around the back dribble, inside, leans in, shoots, missed it. Ball deflected into the hands of Maxwell Newman of Bethel. Now to Cruz.
Attack.
Cruz on the breakout, goes over here, and he was hammered.
And they didn't call the block on Rubio. That's got to be Rubio's 4th foul.
I think they did, Mark.
No, they called it out of bounds. It was a no call by the official underneath.
Okay.
You got to either call a charge or a block, but something has to get called on that.
It'll be Nathan Ertz to inbound the ball to the left of the lane. Goes now to Cruz. Cruz going to shoot the shot. Noah Smith with the block shot.
Yeah, Travion will go right back at him.
And
There
then-
you go. Yeah, there you go.
And then Smith and Adjukase got in there, and they knocked Travion upside the noggin.
Yep, Adjukase picks up the foul. That's going to be his 2nd.
3rd foul on the team already here. And that'll be Bethel to inbound this time to the left of the lane from where we've set.
We got to take advantage of Ertz on Coffee. He's
There
got
it
the
is right there.
advantage.
Now here's Cruz on the right elbow.
Attack him.
Cruz. Oh, I tell you what,
Smith's all over him.
And now I hear Galen gives it back to Travion Cruz. 10 on the shot clock. Travion still on the look, goes right side to Ertz. Now to Jenkins. KJ 3 off the rim, no good. Rebound Rubio of Indiana Wells. A good defensive possession for the Wildcats.
Yeah, because I want to see Travion get to the rim on that, and the Wildcats did not allow it.
Noah Smith looking for some help. Comes now here to Coffey into the Adjukasi. He's going to spin inside the lane, and he missed the shot. Rebound out here. Here's Maxwell Newman. Newman now to Gaylon. Gaylon to the goal, and he was hammered. And that'll be 2 shots coming for Grant Gaylon.
Great decision by Maxwell Newman as a freshman, big, leading the break there. He found the shooter on the wing. Coffey picks up his first foul, and Grant is heading to the line, shooting 2 more.
All right, we'll have the media timeout, and then we'll come back with the Grant Gaylon free throws. 47-47 our score. The Pilots and the Wildcats, as expected, hasn't been an artistic effort, but certainly it's been an exciting one. We'll be back with more college basketball presented by Centier Bank. Since 1985, Centier Bank remains committed to supporting students, schools, and families. Centier Bank is a proud sponsor of the Regional Radio Sports Network Performer of the Week in recognition of outstanding athletes. Visit Centier.com today to view this week's featured athlete. Centier Bank, member FDIC. Welcome back here on Regional Radio Sports. Paul Condry, Mark Gardner. Our coverage today being presented in part by Eric Gunther, State Farm Insurance. Think about the people who really get you, like your favorite waiter, favorite sportscaster who knows you need your wings dry rub. How about some ranch dressing on the side? Or how about State Farm agent Eric Gunther? He's here to help you understand your life and help protect what's important. Call Eric today, 574-291-1597. 574-291-1597. Give the former Fighting Illini great a call now. 47-47, Gaylon to the line. Grant on the day with 8.
See, I'm a Purdue fan, so I can't think of Eric as a Fighting Illini great, but I'll think of him as a teammate of Drew Brees on the San Diego Chargers.
That's right. Pilots lead 48-47.
Didn't think you'd say that. Remember my pregame, I said whoever wins this game will probably find themselves down by double digits. Pilots were down by double digits in the first half. Iowa has not been down by double digits, so.
Life Granville will check in for Grant Gaylon. Gaylon now with 10. And now to move from right to left, now it'll be Noah Smith.
I like the full court press here by the Pilots.
And Noah will finally engage the ball out here to Mangus. Mangus goes right side. Now in the ball game is Spencer Piercefield, the Center Grove product. Ball out here on the perimeter
smart,
now.
KJ, be smart. He's already got 2.
Here's Kyle Mangus, and a foul whistled on Maxwell Newman on the trying to slide his feet. Did not get the job done.
And I think what that foul call was, they didn't call the reach on KJ, and so the next contact on Mangus was going to be a foul, and so Max paid the price for that, unfortunately.
Mangus was 17 in the ball game. Now has the ball, comes up here now to Noah Smith. Smith back now to Mangus, nearly stolen by Keontae Jenkins. Shot clock winding down. We're at 8. Mangus back to the top to Smith. Smith down the lane.
Good
stolen
defense
by Nathan Ertz.
What a possession by the Pilots in the defensive end.
Cruz over the timeline now.
He's got KJ in the corner.
Cruz to KJ. KJ had it knocked out of his hands by Noah Smith. Great play by Noah Smith.
He's got great hands, Paul. We saw him pick Travion earlier in the game, which doesn't happen. And right there, that's a good pump fake by KJ, and he's able to tip the ball away.
Granville and Keontae Jenkins check out of the ball game now, and D. Hart and Gaylon return.
See, I want to see Gaylon post up Piercefield. He's got size on him.
Here's Cruz with the ball. Comes over here along the near sideline and right in front of our vantage point.
High screen and roll, attack Maxwell.
Here is Cruz back out here to the far side to D. Hart. Finds Gaylon. Gaylon for 3, way off the mark. Rebound, Max Newman. And then he had it stolen away inside by a hustling Rubio.
I like him. That's the first time I've gotten a chance to see Rubio play. And just scrappy.
And it'll be Wildcat basketball on the alternating possession arrow. Jeff Clark and Greg Tonigal talking it up down the other way, trying to sort out some of the dynamics. They find their club down by 2 here with 14:36 to go in regulation.
Coach Tonigal just keeps his composure. You don't see him get upset about anything, and always talking to his assistant, thinking through the next step.
Mangus out here on the perimeter, comes around a moving screen from Maxwell and goes right back to Maxwell. Back to Mangus. Mangus throws a lob pass here to Maxwell double
Good
team.
trap.
Back to Mangus. Mangus with 8. Off balance shot on the way, no good. Rebound, Noah Smith had it knocked out of his hands. And we'll have a reset on the shot clock as the Cats will retain possession.
Yeah, Pilot's calling for the 3-second violation on Maxwell. You're not going to get that call, unfortunately.
Noah Smith checks out of the ball game. Now Coffey will return. Max Newman will check out, and Nick Pluta will come back in. Max playing hard.
Yeah, I'm going to get Gavin Rassler in as well.
Rassler will go into the ball game for Nathan Ayers. So the two freshmen,
they played well today.
They have brought their A game.
Yeah, stat line's not outstanding, but the effort and energy's been really good.
There's a pass inside now here to Maxwell on Pluta.
Hooked him.
And Maxwell scores to tie up the ball game now at 49-49.
Yeah, he hooked him and swung an elbow down low. Yeah, Newman 8 rebounds, 4 points. Ertz 5 rebounds, 4 points today.
Cruz inside to Galen for the layup. 51-49. Double G has scored the last 6 points for the home team.
Well, 13:45 to go. Pilots are leading. Did you think that was going to happen when they were down 10 early?
There's a
nice
round-the-back pass to Piercefield. Shot in and out, no good, but rebound by Maxwell, scores again. And tie it up at 51-51.
It's nice to be 7 foot and be able to hit the front rim and just go grab it and put it right back in.
And now here's Cruz with the ball here on the right wing now. Hands it off now here to D. Hart.
Got to try and get that 4th foul on Maxwell to
D.
clean
Hart
up that
back
lane.
to Pluta, back to Galen on the far wing. Galen had it stripped away. Nice job
got
by
fouled.
Spencer Piercefield.
Yeah, Piercefield grabbed Grant's forearm, though. He didn't hit the ball. He absolutely grabbed Grant's forearm to force that loose ball.
And now it'll be Coffey to inbound on the far sideline. 4 fouls whistled on the Wildcats, 2 on the Pilots here in the second half.
It's only Grant's first.
Now here is Tanner Rubio at the free throw line, goes to Coffey in the corner. Coffey for 3 over Rassler, gives his team the lead back at 54-51, 12:59 to go.
He was 0 of 6 before knocking down his first triple.
Here's Cruz over here around the screen. He'll load up the 18-footer and knock it down. 54-53, Travion Cruz with 15. With the basketball here near wing now. Rubio, 3, good. 57-53, Wildcats. Here is Jared Dehart on the drive in the lane. Now goes to Cruz. Cruz is just grabbed on the jersey.
Yeah, finally got the call there on the foul. So Rubio now with 3 triples, 15 points. Jared DeHart has to be able to close out on that. He was helping down on Maxwell. I'd rather take my chances with Maxwell than let Tanner Rubio have an uncontested triple.
Alex Daniel telling DeHart what he needs to do.
Yeah,
DeHart's sitting there saying, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's cat and mouse. It's not either or. You got to do both.
Pluta back here to Grant Galen. Had it stripped away. Here come the Wildcats. Here's Coffey. Long 3. Good. You can't get him going. 60-53. 3 consecutive 3-point possessions for the Wildcats.
Yeah, this is a 11-2 run by the Wildcats. Coffey with 2 triples during that run.
And a timeout for the Pilots. Yep. Timeout for the Pilots. A full.
Introducing the hard-working, time-starved, cash-strapped adult who everyone counts on. You. The ambitious working adult who started college but didn't finish. You were born to be great, and we want to change your life. Those old college credits and your work experience, it all counts. Be the you were born to be, faster and more easily than you ever thought possible. Let's work together on a degree in organizational management here at one of the most flexible, affordable, and respected private university in the American Midwest. Bethel University. Visit us right now at buatbethel.com. Be you, the you were born to be, at Bethel University.
16,000 members since 2004. The Semper Fi Fund, serving those who preserve our freedom. For more information, visit them online at www.semperfifund.org.
Looking back here to the Gates Gymnasium at the Y Camp Athletic Center. Mark and I are sitting on Mike Lightfoot Court. It'll be the Pilots with a basketball. It'll be Gavin Rassler along with Travion Cruz, Nick Pluta, Grant Galon, and Jared Dehart. It'll be Mangus Coffey along with Rubio, Piercefield, and Seth Maxwell on the floor. As actually, it'll be Galon coming out and Keontae Jenkins on the floor.
Yeah, Coach Draven came over and asked if he checked in or not.
And here's the ball into the hands of Cruz. Cruz around a screen. Jump pass out here to Rassler. Inside to Cruz. Cruz double team but finds Jenkins. Jenkins on the drive, stops, looks for help, goes back to Dehart at the top. Dehart crossing over, going out here to Pluta. Gives way to KJ. KJ, jump pass now to Pluta. Pluta off balance, shot from 15, good in the baseline. Oh my! That's like finding a $20 bill in the parking lot.
Well, great recognition knowing that the shot clock was winding down. Yeah, and hit the fadeaway jumper. That's like, you see that in a perfect game in baseball. You always go back to that one play that was a game changer. If the Pilots win, there it was right there.
That's what I'm saying, finding a $20 bill in the parking lot, Mark. That's what it is. Here's Rubio, the live inside to Mangus for the field goal, making it 62-55.
That's just a bad matchup. KJ front and Mangus. That's great recognition by Rubio. Just attack and throw the little bunny for the layup.
Cruz with a basketball on the far side. Got to come around a Pluta screen. And back out here to the top now it's Dehart. Dehart looking for some help. Into the corner now to Rassler. Rassler three, good. Well, it's been a long time coming.
Yes.
62-58, Rassler, his 34th of the year.
Yeah, that's a big one. He needed that one. There's Rubio going right to the rim.
Thought KJ was going to come away with a pickpocket there.
Yeah, good hands.
Here is Coffey. Got to keep an eye on him. He's got the hot hand now. Coffey goes left side now to Piercefield, inside now to Maxwell. Maxwell
charge.
They got a shot, no good.
Oh my goodness, it's got to be a charge. He's going to call a flop.
Dehart hanging it off to KJ. KJ down the lane for the field goal. 62-60.
And there's your flop warning on. Should be a timeout. No timeout. It was just a flop warning.
And that's what the call is with 10:20 to go in regulation.
I don't get it.
So it'll be on the floor. It'll be the Pilots will remain with Dehart, Keontae Jenkins. Also,
the guys don't know who's in or who's not in because there was a dead ball and everybody in the gym thought there was a timeout.
Rassler will check out. He looks gassed, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. It's a big three-pointer, but he does.
And now it'll be Jenkins, Ertz, along with Newman, Cruz, and Dehart. That'll be the team wearing the gray jerseys. He's on for the red. It'll be Coffey, Maxwell, Piercefield, Mangus, and the guy with the ball right now into the 10-second area is Tanner Rubio.
7-2 run for the Pilots coming out of that timeout that Coach Draven called.
Mangus comes out high now here to Rubio, back to Coffey. Coffey being face guarded, comes up to the elbow now here to Mangus. Mangus down the lane, leans in, shoots, banks it up and in. 64-60, Cats, 9:57 to go.
21 for Kyle. Isn't it nice to have somebody like that when things aren't going well to settle things down?
Here's Dehart with a wide open three, off the rim, no good, rebound. Who's got it? It'll be Maxwell redirecting the ball into the hands of Piercefield.
I don't like that shot that early.
And here's a foul called on Keontae Jenkins.
I don't like that shot that early in the shot clock.
And now Dylan Sheehy will check into the game now.
That's 3 on KJ.
KJ not the happiest campers right now in the campground after he picked up his third foul. And now with Dylan Sheehy in the ball game. He has not brought the defensive intensity today that he normally has.
No, I'd say you get up there on Mangus and make him work to get the ball. Nothing easy.
Here's the ball. Now he's out there on him. Comes around a screen. Mangus goes back to Maxwell, who traveled. No call. Left-handed shot, no good. And then there's
his
Dehart.
fourth foul. Newman over the back, or Maxwell over the back. It's his fourth foul. There we go.
So Maxwell, mark it down if you're scoring it at home. 9:24 to go. That's his fourth infraction. But I'll tell you what, they haven't missed a beat.
Pilots going offense, defense. Now, interesting, though, instead of Achikaze, he brings in Thompson. So the Pilots have They've got mismatches, Paul. Look at this lineup on the floor for Iwu. Mangus is the biggest player on the floor.
And now Cruz will bring it up, and he's on the perimeter.
Yeah, they've got mismatches.
Here's DeHart looking for some help. DeHart on the look, goes back to the elbow to Newman. Newman goes back now to DeHart. DeHart on the quick drive, goes over to Cruz in the corner. Travion with the drive.
And one.
Score and a foul call. 64-62. Travion Cruz will go to the old-fashioned way to try to put the three-point play in the scorebooks.
Good decision by Jared DeHart. He could have forced the shot trying to draw a foul down here on the right, and instead he kicked it out to TC, who got to the rim and finished. Foul number 2 on Coffey. More importantly, it's only a 2-point game, and Travion's going to the line to try and make it a 1-point game.
Cruz with 17 points. Mangus with 21, your 2 premier guards. And Cruz knocks down the free toss, and it's a 1-point Wildcat lead.
With
a ton of basketball to play.
Oh, yeah, plenty of basketball left.
Live Granville just checked into the game for Bethel. We'll see if he'll lean on Mangus for a while.
Yep.
Here's Mangus to inbound the ball. Goes here to Piercefield and then back to Kyle. Kyle over the timeline. Launches the jump shot from 3. No good. Rebound, Grant Galen. Now up to Cruz. Cruz over the timeline now. Over on the far side wing. Looking for some help.
Grant
shot on the
3.
way.
Grant Galen for the triple. Timeout Iwu. 66-64 with 8:46 to play. I know you were getting screened on that one.
Well, you know.
Hey, that's all right. If they're going to screen you, as long as we're knocking down threes, we'll take it, right?
66-64, 8:46 to go. For those of you who know from where I sit, when Steve Draven is in this coaching position, when he stands here, I can't say a thing. So we'll be back with more right after this to tell you about it.
Once said, the difference between who you are and who you want to be is what you do. What are you going to do with your opportunities and gifts that God has given you? The choice is yours. So choose your path. Do what you know needs to be done in order to become what you have always wanted to be. Whether that means the head of a marketing campaign, head of a financial account, or even the CEO of your own company. Take action and prepare yourself to meet the ever-changing business landscape head-on. The knowledge and resources to do so are at your fingertips. All you have to do is reach out. Learn what it means to be a leader in your business or nonprofit ventures at Bethel University. We're helping you on your own path to success is business as usual.
Pilots and the Wildcats like a couple of heavyweight fighters. This is like Ali and Frazier.
And remember in that first matchup, Grant Galen had a hard time getting open and getting shots off. Today he's now 3 of 6 from three-point range, 4 of 8 overall, 4 of 4 from the foul lines with 15 points for Double G.
It'll be Wildcats Coffee. He'll be joined out there by Michael Thompson. Noah Smith. Also on the floor will be Rubio and Kyle Mangus. Here's a double team on Rubio. And gets it over here to Smith into the corner now to Thompson, and then right back here to Rubio. Rubio with a wide open triple, and he'll get Galen on the rebound. On the floor for the Pilots, Cruz, Newman, Granville, along with Ertz and Galen. Here's Cruz with a shot, no good, rebound. Thompson on the breakout now. Back the other way now, Mangus. He curls back, now he goes inside with the teardrop and scores.
So smooth.
66-66. Kyle with a sensational play at the 8:13 mark.
Attacked left, went right, spun, and then a little teardrop.
Here's the ball on the far side. Cruz gives up the dribble, now goes down to Granville. Granville foul line extended left. Granville on the drive, spins, shoots inside. Got it to go. Big play for Life Granville in the biggest game of his life.
That's a bonus for the Pilots there. He's in there for defense, and he just made a big-time move.
Here's the ball into the hands of Rubio. Up under Newman with the rebound.
Take care of it. Take care of it. Let's go.
Now Galen. Now goes to Ertz. Ertz on the drive to the goal.
He got fouled.
Gives it to Newman. Newman backs it in. Throws up the shot. No good. Rebound.
How's that not a foul? Are you kidding me?
Let's wait and see what the call is going to be. A lot of bodies flying everywhere. There was a flop warning. They're going to call a technical foul. And or did they call the flop warning on the Wildcats? Now, wait and see what the call's going to be. I think they may have called a flop on Coffee. Mark, I think that's what they've got on the floor here at the 7:34 mark.
Yeah, they called the flop warning. Well, then that should be a dead ball, I believe. This is a new rule to me.
And
But
so it'll be, I would have moved from right to left now.
Foul on Life Granville, flop warning on Indiana Wesleyan.
So that's what you got. Here's Rubio on the near side wing. Going to go around a Thompson screen. Here's Noah Smith with the drive, and he was fouled on the hand check.
Slide your feet, Nate, and get over and help. Grant, got to play defense. That's too easy.
And at the 7:27 mark, Indiana Wesleyan's Noah Smith will go to the line to potentially tie up the contest here.
Can I go ahead and say, Paul, I hate the flop rule.
You can say it. Say anything you want. The left-handed shot by Smith is no good. I don't have a problem with you.
It slows the game down. It's hard to figure out. Now you got guys, man, just make the call. Instead of calling a flop warning, just call it a block.
Granville out, Newman out, Jenkins back in, Rassler back in for Bethel.
Real good minutes today. Maxwell 9 rebounds today, playing against the 7-footer.
Smith with another free throw. The left-hander shoots, nails it. One of the two are good. That makes it 68-67 Bethel. And now the Pilots, Travion Cruz with the ball. Cruz with 18 here in the ball game. Goes to the top to Galen.
I like Rassler down low against Thompson.
Here is Ertz looking for some help. Ertz on the drive.
And
shot.
one. Ooh.
And the foul whistled on Michael Thompson the third, the McCordsville, Indiana product. And that will be the eighth foul, and the Pilots go to the line to shoot free stuff.
Nathan Ertz heading to the line where he is 60% on the season.
Ertz averaging 7 points, 3.5 rebounds, an assist to turnover on the per game, and he bricked the free throw.
Yeah, he knocked down 2. Oh, it was a shooting foul. That's got to be a 2-shot foul, I think.
And here's a drive by Smith for the score, making it 69-68, 6:57 to go.
Yeah, and that's what the Bethel staff was saying. That should have been a shooting foul.
Here's Galen with the ball and going inside now to Rassler.
Go to work, Gavin.
Rassler's going to back in on Thompson. His shot no good. A rebound. Thompson up court quickly on the breakout. Here's Mangus with the drive, and he scores. 71-68. Kyle Mangus with the shot now. Mangus with 25. He averages 29 against the Pilots in 5 games.
I said pregame. There's Noah Smith with another pick, and now they're going to call an intentional foul. Or are they going to call a hold? Let's see what they call. Travion. Oh, my goodness, Paul.
Did they call an intentional foul?
Yes, are you kidding me?
And with 6:26 to go, the Wildcats, after the intentional foul on Cruz, it'll be Noah Smith to shoot the free throws.
A foul's a foul. Come on. There's nothing flagrant about that.
It's Noah Smith, the product of Hamilton Southeastern High School, 69%. And he was already given the ball. Why you can't?
I don't think anybody knows what's going on anymore.
And now Smith will go to the line. See, I just don't understand that. You give him the ball, he's supposed to shoot the free throws. You can't go back and give him the ball. And just because you want to confer, and Smith knocks down the free toss, it just doesn't make sense. 72-68, Wildcats. Second free throw, good again. A crucial possession here. Now the Wildcats will have the ball, and this could turn into a 4 or 5 point, maybe even a 6-point situation.
It's a 7-0 run for the Wildcats coming out of their timeout.
Yep, so these two coaches are trading haymakers here. And now with a basketball, Rubio. Over the timeline now, angles left, goes back door and throws it away. He thought he was going to see Mangus go back door. And the Pilots got a monster break there that the Cats didn't score. And now Cruz will walk it up now. His club, a 5-point trailer. Gives way now to Keontae Jenkins. Jenkins now to Ertz. Oh, boy, it was a dangerous exchange. There's a wraparound to the low post, ball knocked out of bounds by the Wildcat. Bad pass, 2 more dribbles to the right wing. You got an easy pass inside. Why do you try to go from the top of the circle on an entry pass to the low post? I saw it 3 or 4 times in the Butler game last night. It's the easiest play in the world to take 2 more dribbles to the right side wing. Thank you. I'm off my soapbox now, Coach.
There you go. Well, and Paul, we've got a server error here. I'm getting booted off on my computer and on my phone, so.
And now to inbound the ball.
We'll rely on the scoreboard for stats.
It'll be Cruz to inbound. Goes inside now here, and Max Newman dropped the ball. Here's Mangus back the other way. Mangus with a drive and the score. 75-68. Kyle Mangus taking it over.
Still 6 minutes to play. All right, we're back online here.
75-68. Newman with the ball inside. Max looks for a cutter. Max on the drive. Lost the handle on it. And a foul, or what?
I don't know.
It'll be IWU basketball. Yes.
No, the foul was on Thompson. He jumped up screaming at the bench. Apparently he gets real excited over fouling people. I don't understand that. He fouls Newman and then jumps up screaming at the bench, let's go, and clapping.
And now it will be Max Newman going to the line. Once again, that's a win-win for, no, it's going to be Cruz who's going to go to the line. No, that's not.
That's the wrong shooter. That's what Greg Tonigle's saying. I mean, again, if the officials had control, they would say who the shooter was. This is back-to-back plays where the officials have had no idea who the shooter is.
And both of the coach and all 3 of the officials will get together. Our coverage of college basketball today being presented in part by First Source Bank. They're excited about hiring Bethel students and alumni too. Check out your partners from the First at www.firstsource.com. First Source Bank, proud supporter of Bethel University Athletics. Our coverage also being presented in part by the Gates Automotive Group with 5 locations across the Michiana area. They have all types of vehicles at Gates Toyota, Gates Chevy World, Gates of Elkhart, Gates of Granger, and Gates Advantage. For more information, the website is www.gatesautomotive.com. And we have we're going to have a timeout on the floor as the officials will come over here and discuss pleasantries, and we'll take a timeout as well. College basketball presented by Teachers Credit Union.
Manage your money like a pro with TCU. You can score big with the TCU Debit MasterCard that gives you cash back on everyday purchases. Plus, you'll win with access to hundreds of free ATMs across Indiana. Check out TCU's starting lineup of services to help you manage your cash and build your savings. Visit TCUnet.com to kick off your better banking experience. See TCU Debit MasterCard terms and conditions for details. Alliance One and Co-op ATMs within Indiana are free. New members are subject to a $7 membership fee and $5 initial share deposit.
All right, they sorted out the details. Max Newman will go to the line here with 5:50 to go after the officials' timeout. So a big opportunity here for Max to help his squad's cause here. Is there a 75-68 trail? This is exactly where they were at the intermission. And Max on the year, a 58% free throw shooter. The right-hander's free throw is good. It makes it 75-69. One more opportunity for the big man from Monrovia High. See what he can do here. 3 dribbles. Free throw on the way. Hard off the iron. Rebound. Keontae Jenkins. And big rebound there. Here's Cruz. Good. Cruz with a shot here with 5:40 to go. That became a 3-point play.
Yeah, and there's an eternity of basketball left in this game, Paul.
75-71.
Big rebound by KJ.
With a basketball now, here's Coffey, goes out here to the top to Thompson. Gives off to Mangus. Mangus over here on the near side and a whistle.
Yeah, Max just shoved Michael Thompson.
And that'll be the 6th foul on the Pilots as a team. Common foul.
7.
Check that, okay.
Now the adventure begins. Will we get the right guy to the foul line?
Michael Thompson, an 84% free throw shooter. Comes into the ballgame averaging 3 points, 2 rebounds. And let's see what the youngster from McCordsville, Indiana, free throw 1 in bonus, and the Pilots missed the box out. Back out here is Kyle Mangus, stole one. Boy, what a big mistake there. There's a 3-point shot, no good here on the Cannon Coffee offering, and now here's Cruz on the push out. Cruz
for three.
3-point shot on the way off the rim. A good rebound. Coffee. And then the ball goes kicked out of bounds.
I love Travion shooting for threes, but man, I wish he'd attacked the rim on that one. He had the defense backing up.
Once again, 75-71.
Great
in
hustle.
favor of the Wildcats with 5 minutes to go in the ballgame.
Yeah, DeHart and Jenkins falling out of bounds. So 2-3 zone here by the Pilots. We haven't seen this yet today. Got to know where Mangus is at.
Noah Smith on the right wing.
Yep, got to know where Mangus is at. He's in the middle of the zone right now.
Now goes down here to Mangus at the right elbow. Back to Coffee. Coffee shot. And a 3 points as...
That's a foul. That's a good call by the official.
Yep. Keontae Jenkins fouls him, and that'll be 3 shots for Coffee. Coffee only a 77% free throw shooter. And that'll send Jenkins to the bench, I believe, because I'll probably call upon Grant Galen.
That's the reaction that I talked about, though, Paul, that he misses the first. To me, that's a foul. He got his hand on the shot. There's nothing wrong with that call by the official.
Coffee with 2 more free throws. Second one good. That makes it 76-71. Seth Maxwell checks out of the ballgame, and Michael Thompson will check back in.
How about that unselfish play by Mangus? So you know you're the best scorer on the team. 2-3 zone, and he finds the kick out to the open teammate.
Coffee's second free throw, no good. So he was one of three.
Yeah, that's a win for the Pilots.
So now here's Cruz. Double team goes now to DeHart on the far wing. Jared DeHart goes over here to Galen. Galen 3, bingo! And a timeout, Pilots. 76-74, double G.
Good penetrate kick by Jared DeHart, finding the shooter. Dribble at the shooter, force the defense to suck in a little bit, kick out for 3.
And Galen buries that one from Crown Point, Indiana. And that's a 2-point ball game as head coach Steve Draven will take a timeout. Now both of the coaches with 3 stoppages of play remain.
It's a career opportunity unlike any other in the financial services industry. The Thrive in Financial Representative Development Program for new college graduates. Earn an immediate salary with bonus opportunities while getting support and training to build client relationships and grow your own business. Join a company that rewards young professionals who are results-driven and want to live out their faith by making a difference in the lives of Christians by helping them be wise with money.
4:30 to play, 2-point game. Both teams shooting free throws. Mangus 27, Rubio 15, Cruz 20, Galen 18.
On the floor for the Cats coming out of the Bethel timeout will be Seth Maxwell. He'll be out there with Tanner Rubio, Noah Smith, Kyle Mangus, and Kenneth Coffey. And the Pilots will come back with Galen, Max Newman, Nathan Ertz, Travion Cruz, and Jared DeHart. Let's see who's going to wilt down the stretch here, folks. Will anybody? Here's Rubio on the drive inside the lane. Leans, turns, now goes to Maxwell on the baseline. Back to Rubio. Rubio is going to hedge off a screen. There's a little screen and roll. Maxwell banks it in from the right block to give his club a 78-74 lead.
Good finish by Maxwell, but that was all created by Rubio. I love his game.
Now here's Cruz with the ball on the right elbow. Goes now to Galen. Galen back to DeHart. DeHart around the screen. Now comes over here on the near wing. DeHart way off the rim. Rebound, Cruz. Shot no good, and then Mangus is there. I think Maxwell may have got a piece of the offering by Cruz.
Yeah, I just Jared DeHart's got 4 points today. I don't like that shot.
Pass inside Maxwell. Back out here to Smith. Noah Smith to the top now to Rubio. Oh, no. Here's Kyle Mangus posting up Cruz and scores 80-74. Kyle Mangus now with 29 with 3:29 to go.
You have to go double him when he's on the post like that.
Cruz, or check that now. DeHart flares out to the far wing. Now gives it here to Ertz. Ertz on the right side goes now to Galen. Galen backs it out of harm's way. Now here to DeHart. 10 on the shot clock now. DeHart comes around a screen. Looking. Gives it into the corner. Now give and go. DeHart to the goal inside to Cruz. Cruz is hammered.
Yep, fouled before the horn. That'll be foul number. Now they call Michael Thompson. He's not on the floor.
No, it's Kyle Mangus.
No, he's not on the floor. It can't be on 34. He's not in the game. Yeah, blow the. Yeah.
And Cruz will go to the line here to shoot the free throw. Cruz, free throw good. The foul was on Mangus. That makes it 80-75. With 3:03 to go. And one more opportunity for Travion as they've sorted out. Or did they sort it out? He called it on 34, and 34 is not even on the floor. It should be on Mangus. Well, the official finally admitted his error of his ways. And it's a 5-point game, and Cruz tried to make it a 4-point game.
Yeah, that's a big call right there with 3 minutes to go.
Cruz free throw good. Cruz now with 22. It's now a 4-point Wildcat lead.
Rubio has been, Mangus has 29. Mangus does what Mangus does. Rubio has been the star of the game for the Saiwu team.
Rubio with the ball here on the near wing. Comes around a left elbow screen. Goes to Noah Smith. Smith back out to the top to Rubio. Rubio looking. Looks left, looks right. Going to launch the three-point shot and knock it down over Cruz. 83-76. Huge basket with 2:41 to go.
Impressive. That's all I can say. Here's Travion for the answer. He's long. He got fouled. No call.
And the ball on the floor line. Granville throws it here into the hands of Galen. Galen, offensive foul called. Mangus takes the charge.
That's silly because Rubio swatted at Grant and hit him on the shoulder on the drive before the charge. It's a tough one right there. Coach Alex Daniel getting a warning here from the official.
Seth Maxwell to inbound the ball to go against full court pressure. Now the ball into the hands of Rubio. Rubio into the far corner to Coffey. Coffey jump pass to Smith. Smith down the lane. Shot, score it. Pilots are fading down the stretch. 85-76. Cruz on the drive inside.
And
he scores and he is fouled.
Rubio's going to pick up his fourth foul. Travion Cruz with the hoop and the harm.
With 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go, it's now 85-78. And Cruz now with 24. Rubio with 18. Mangus with 29. And Cruz will try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, and he gets that job done. It's now 85-79. A huge three-point play by the Pilots. Granville and Sheehy, offense for defense here on this possession. Now here's Noah Smith, matched up against Nathan Ertz. As he comes over the timeline. Now here's the jump and run. Now Mangus with the ball on the far wing. Coffey in the corner. Coffey with 18 on the shot clock. Now to Smith. Smith, one-on-one against Granville. Here in between the rings now goes to Mangus on the right wing. Mangus against Cruz, comes around a screen. Mangus loads it up from 18. No good. A rebound. Granville tips it to Ertz. Ertz back the other way. Ertz on the drive, throws it over to Cruz, and a foul. And that'll send Nathan Ertz to the charity stripe with 1 minute and 39 seconds to go in regulation.
More importantly, that's 5 fouls on Tanner Rubio, and that's a big foul.
You're not kidding. He's been the glue, the straw that stirs the drink.
Absolutely. I feel like I owe him an apology because I said Maxwell would be the second guy to step up for their team, and I was wrong on that. Tanner Rubio has been the man for Indiana Wesleyan today.
Spencer Piercefield, the 6-foot freshman from Center Grove High School, will come into the game.
That changes things for them completely on the offensive end.
Nathan Ertz at the line, a 60% free throw shooter. The big fellow from Valpo knocks it down to close it to a 5-point ball game. One more here, and he can close it to a 4-point scenario. Ertz with 3 dribbles. Free throw off the rim, no good, and a lane violation on the Wildcats.
And the other thing you have now is Piercefield's only 5 of 6 from the line this year. Percentage is obviously good, but he's only taken 6 free throws in 21 games. So if you have to foul down the stretch, it's probably who you want to start with.
Ertz did not make him peg. She taps
kept
it into the corner, and the ball goes off of who? Went off Nathan Ertz. That's the correct call. Ertz with a golden opportunity. Was 1 of 2, or in this case, 1 of 3.
1 of 3, yeah.
And now a 5-point Wildcat advantage. Here's Smith with the basketball in the backcourt, matched up against Ertz. Here's the jump, back over here now to Piercefield.
Trap,
Piercefield
don't let him out of there.
Dribbles over here, goes now to Mangus, and Mangus is fouled by Cruz.
And that's going to be Travion's fourth, and you're sending an 83% foul shooter to the line.
Cruz has only picked up 4 fouls one time in the 3 games that he's played against the Wildcats. That was in the first game. Travion in the first 3 games against the Wildcats, 40 minutes, 32 minutes. As Mangus knocks down the free toss to make it 86-80 with 1:27 to go. And now Mangus with one more. Granville checks out for Dehart. Has multiple substitutions.
How about this for a final score, Paul? I got Grace 98, Marion 83, final score.
87-86, or 87-80, excuse me, with 1:23 to go as Mangus knocks him down.
Galen Long on the 3-point attempt.
Nathan Ertz with the rebound, had it stripped
Good
away
hands
by
Piercefield.
I thought it was Mangus who got the ball.
No, Piercefield knocked that
Up
one away.
court quickly, here's Maxwell. Maxwell with the 2-hand dunk. 89-80. And now here's Galen with a long 3, no good rebound. Maxwell, Newman goes up, no good rebound. And now Seth Maxwell was hammered. And with 55.9 seconds to go. I don't know what Galen was talking to his coaches about, something. And now to the line, it'll be Seth Maxwell, the 7-foot, 235-pound sophomore.
And we got a little girl down there by the lane, so somebody needs to get her out of harm's way.
Free throw by Maxwell, no good. There's no question about that, Mark. Whoever she is, they need to.
I don't know who she belongs to, but
one more opportunity here for Maxwell, and he's able to calmly knock down one of the 2. It's now 90-80 in favor. And here's a steal by the Cats. Coffee fouled out here on the perimeter now, and it's a 10-point game with 50 seconds to go. The Wildcats appear to continue their streak of 10 straight wins, 9 straight in the Crossroads League, and 6 straight against the Pilots. Mangus will move his overall record to 6-0 against Bethel. Travion Cruz still looking for his first win against the team from Marion, Indiana, as Coffee knocks down the free toss, 91-80. Coffee with another free throw on the way, good again, making it 92-80. Now here's Cruz over the timeline now. Triple team, had it stolen away. Mangus. And then a foul on the floor on Cruz, and he's going to foul out. So Cruz fouls out with 42.1 seconds to go in the ball game, and the score is going to end up looking a little bit more lopsided than it really is when it's all said and done. As Mangus, again this time with 31 on the score sheet, will go to the line again here to continue his mastery over the team from Mishawaka. Number 24, who's already number 6 in the school's all-time scoring list, 93-80. And one more opportunity. Just to keep in mind, this is an 8-0 run since the 139 mark. Make it and now it's 94-80.
Yeah, composure down the stretch.
Jenkins launches the 3 off the front of the iron. Ricochets into the hands of Galen. Galen's shot blocked, and Seth Maxwell is going to foul out of the ballgame. We have 35.4 seconds to go. But it's a 14-point game at this time. It's irrelevant.
Final scores around the league, Paul. St. Francis, a 99-86 winner over Huntington. Taylor, a 69-59 winner over Spring Arbor. Grace, 98-83 over Marion. And Mount Vernon, 82-68 over Goshen.
They're trying to clean up the floor here. They got a little boy here that's supposed to be doing that. He's sitting here not complying with the dynamics of the game. 90 to 84 as Galen misses the free throw. Hey, I want to say hi to my good friend Don Sturgeon, listening out near the Richmond area. Dylan Sheehy will check into the game. Now Galen was able to knock down one of the two. It's now 94 to 81. And Coffey will check that. It'll be Noah Smith to inbound the ball. And Smith to look. Home run ball now to Mangus. Oh, redirected over here to Thompson, and he is fouled. And Keontae Jenkins comes up and with a really piece of calm and cool demeanor and great sportsmanship, picks up Michael Thompson. It was just a hard play, and now Isaiah Payton's going to check into the ballgame. Hard foul, but one that, in the Kansas State game, those guys lost it over a play as simple as that.
And that's what KJ just said. Hey, I'm not letting him dunk it to finish the game, and it was a clean, effort. He didn't hammer him. He didn't shove him. He just went up for the block shot.
Mangus, 33 points. He's going to the bench. He's done. And now to the line, Michael Thompson, the third, 84% free throw shooter. Pilots will be in action on the road at St. Francis on Tuesday. Free throw on one and bonus no. No, check that. It should have been a two-shot foul. Those are 10 fouls apiece, excuse me.
So with that Marion loss, Iowa gives themselves a 2-game lead over.
2-game lead down the stretch in this league.
That's big.
Is big. Big on big. And now Thompson, it would take a epic collapse by the Cats to not win the conference championship in the regular season again. Of course, they won in 18-19, 17-18, and do I need to go through the list?
Nope.
Here's Dylan Sheehy over in the corner now. Granville three, good. That makes it 95-84. Life. Granville with 24 seconds to go. And for Life on the year now, his 7th triple and another foul. And
Grant Galen with the foul, his 5th. So how about this, though, Paul? You got Iowa at 9-1, Marion 7-3. Then Bethel, Mount Vernon, St. Francis Grace, all knotted up at 6-4. We're just going to spend the second half of this conference season fighting for a home court advantage game during the conference tournament.
And now it's checking into the ball game will be Mickey Stoyanov, another youngster from Belgrade. Keep in mind the Pilots have been playing without the services of Philip Segota, whose back injury. In a game like this, I could use some help. And Noah Smith has played a whale of a basketball game, Mark.
Yeah, there's
96 to 84.
A lot of good efforts up and down the lineups with Noah Smith's defenses. Offense, 7 points, 2 rebounds, 8 points, 2 rebounds, but he's been defensive pest.
Here's Dylan Sheehy with the basketball on the drive. He traveled, no call.
Knocked out by Smith.
And then ball will go out of bounds. It'll be evidently a hit off a Wildcat.
Pilots 8 of 31 from three-point range today.
Stoyanov looks, goes inside now to Ertz. The tip up is no good. Rebound, Wildcats. And then they'll run it out. Isaiah Payton. Over here now to Noah Smith, and that's going to do it. Final score here from the Gates Gymnasium. Wildcats prevail over the Pilots, 97-84 final. Greg Tonigal continues his mastery over the Pilots. What a job he has done in his time. He is now 24-13 against the Pilots. Iowa has now won 6 straight in the series. They've won 10 straight basketball games, 9 straight wins in the Crossroads League. And the Wildcats improved to 19-3, 9-1 in the Crossroads League. Cats now 10-3 away from the friendly confines of the Lucky Arena. And also, Pilots fall to 18-4 and 6-4 in league play. They are now 9-3 here at home. Steve Draven joining us here in the ballgame. There was a lot of ebb and flow to the ballgame, Steve, but I love you to death, but I thought Greg's kids punched you so many times in the face. Your kids responded the majority of the time, but in the last 3 minutes of the game, their punches stuck, and the Pilots bounced back and didn't respond?
You know, this may be a strange answer to some, but we're getting better. We're getting better. We're learning how to play against really good teams, solid teams, well-coached teams, disciplined teams. We're just not there yet.
Right.
We're just not there yet. For whatever reason, you know, as a coach, I've got to find ways to get our guys to do what's best for the team.
Right.
And we had too many guys outside of that today.
Right.
They don't do it.
Yeah.
Indiana Wesleyan does not do it. They don't have guys that play outside of what we want them to do, what they want them to do. But that's where we have to get better. That's where we have to take a step.
It's 85-80 with 1:39 to go, and you're just talking about that thing. And then some of the guys went out of the system, but you hit the nail on it.
Yeah.
But there were other plays throughout the course of the game, which is exactly what you're talking about, where a play at the 12-20 mark of the first period may make a difference in the ballgame.
Yeah.
Because of playing outside the system. I think you hit the nail on that. Great answer, man.
There's so many. There were so many times to the game where, you know, a 4-point swing here, an out-of-control drive for us, or a bad shot that led to a layup for them, led to a good shot for them. We just had too many of those tonight, like you mentioned. And again, that's where, you know, we'll watch some film and we'll study what works best for us. We'll study what guys can do what. And I'm proud of our guys for the battle and their fight.
Exactly.
I just think right now we're a team that can play good. We're a team that can play good. They're a good team. And we've got to get to that.
And they're also a team that can play great when they have to.
Great. You can put great in there as well. We can play great, but they're a great team right now.
Right.
And we're not about excuses. We know that.
Yep.
But let's not forget, that's a team that's had the same staff and has been recruited and has been
sure.
together.
Exactly.
This is a team that has 11 new faces.
Yeah.
And if you guys are picked to finish 5th in the conference, and right now we're sitting 11th in the country. So, yes, it's a loss, but it's a loss to a great team.
Yeah.
And I'm with you, Coach. There's good stuff happening.
Yeah.
But there's some stuff that needs to get fixed, and I
clean
don't
up.
doubt it'll get taken care of.
I'm excited. I'm excited to go watch film and figure that stuff out and be better. I think the times where we've had tough stretches during our year, you know, even with wins, we've gotten better. And I know our guys are down, and I understand it. I'm glad they're down. They should be. But I want to come back the next time we practice and be better.
Go through adversity.
Yep.
Yeah, a crucial stretch now. 2 straight road games at St. Francis, difficult place to play, and then on the road at Taylor. So, just a sneak preview on your on how you're going to prepare this week for the Cougars with a short turnaround against a team that you had a big lead, let it get away, and that was one that was in that early stretch of that 15-0 start. That I think you and I both felt that, boy, we got away with one there.
For sure. We no doubt did, and we've got to be better. And I thought that game we played with a lot of confidence and a lot of energy. You know, and then that last 10 minutes kind of, got away from us a little bit, and they made some plays, and give them credit. And we'll have to do some things better, but the game plan will be similar. You know, we've just got to continue to get better and do what we do, and let the chips fall where they may.
All right, final question here. Totally out of the box. How cool was this atmosphere to see so many people for you guys grew up together? Did you ever look down at the bench there and look at Greg and think about this yourself? And this is so cool that we're here where we're at right now.
Pretty neat. A guy that I grew up idolizing. I mean, he was a guy I looked up to and wanted to be like, and just not as a player, but as a person, and have so much respect for him and Jeff Clark and their staff and their team. And it was pretty cool.
Look at the impact of the lives you're having, man.
Yeah,
you're doing a great job.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, Steve. Well,
Thank
great,
you guys.
thanks for coming by. Well, once again, we'll get our final numbers here. And it's about perspective. Mark, we've talked about this all the time. It's about those little steps, about growing. Been doing this a long, long time. I've had a lot of coaches who would not come on the post-game show or do any of this kind of stuff. They don't want no part of it.
Yeah, and there are coaches that in a game like this would go in and they're throwing stuff and yelling at the team, and we're going to run tomorrow and we're going to do this. And he's going to go in and address the team, and probably some of the guys are going to be like, is he serious? Like, he really thinks we got better? And if you're mature enough to recognize that he knows what the heck he's talking about, you'll take that and you'll run with it. If not, you're going to go home and tell mom and dad and everybody else, our coach is nuts. And I listened to your radio show on Thursday night, and Coach Johnson said, I'm not here to make people happy. I'm here to teach the game to young men and win games. And Coach Draben is, he's not here to make people happy. He's here to share his knowledge of the game, and he's here to help these young men grow into better people on and off the court.
This guy knows enough about the game of basketball that I know I can always count on this guy to give me a straight answer. And I tell you what, this guy, he may not know how to put the headset on, but I tell you what, he can coach him up. The former great Michigan City Rogers coach, Earl Cunningham, joining us. Coach, tell me this wasn't a great game for a couple kids from LaPorte County, huh?
Fantastic game to watch, and really happy for the two LaPorte kids. And my buddy Brian and I were here, and we get to see two kids from the Dunedin Conference, plus the Mangus kid who played in our regional. So it's just a great game for us to watch.
It was a great game. And talk about the competition. Game going right down to the last minute and a half. Good stuff, Coach.
Really good. I mean, there's no question about it. Bethel didn't shoot as good a percentage from the three-point line as Wesleyan did, and that pretty much makes a difference in the ball game. Mangus was just dominant. He was just outstanding. And he had such great control of his body no matter where he's at on the floor. But, it's two fun teams to watch. Great college atmosphere, nice crowd. Yeah, it was fun.
It's been fun the last 20 years sitting right here on this floor, I'll tell you.
I'm sure it has.
Great to see you, Coach.
Thanks.
Okay.
Take care. Bye.
All right, once again, Earl Cunningham, talk about some of the greatest basketball of all time, some of those Michigan City Rogers teams that he had. Oh, my. I remember watching that team. Oh, my goodness. You look at that group.
Dan Palambizio,
Delray Brooks.
Man, yes.
Oh, was it fun to have those guys. So anyways, all right, we got all kinds of, this is like reunion week now here for me from here on in.
This has been, Pat King was in the house, Jerome Caldroni, Mark Johnson, Ron Heklinski, I saw Phil Humnicki, Kirby Whitaker. So kind of a who's who of basketball.
There's Ben Tonigal, who's the coach, who's the principal at LaPorte High School over here. Nick Otis is here, who played with Greg and Steve. Ed Gilland, who's the athletic director over at LaPorte High School. So I mean, it's a good time. I know all the backstories because I was with these kids when they were making that special run to the state championship. The only person I didn't see in the building was the legendary Joe Otis, was the head coach there. But this was a fun game to be a part of.
Good stuff, and as always, we had the best seat in the house. All right, let's
Yeah.
get some final numbers here as we update the standings before we go to these individual numbers here. Iwu now at 9-1, Marion at 7-3, Bethel, Mount Vernon, St. Francis Grace all knotted up at 6-4. Spring Arbor and Taylor tied at 4-6. Nobody saw that in the preseason. Huntington at 2-8 and Goshen at 0-10. Final numbers: the Wildcats 35 of 71, 49%. 9 of 26 from three-point range, 35%. 18 of 27 from the foul line, 67%. They had 42 rebounds, 7 on the offensive end. 18 assists, only 9 turnovers. Maxwell 13 points, 10 rebounds. Rubio 18 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. So give both of those guys just the helping hand there to Mangus. Noah Smith 9 points, 2 rebounds, but 4 steals. Mangus 33 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 5 steals. Not a bad day at the office. Coffey 9 points, 7 rebounds. Echikazi had 4 points, 3 rebounds. Piercefield 3 points, a rebound, 2 steals, including a big steal in the final minute and a half. And Michael Thompson III only played 10 minutes, but he had 5 points, 5 rebounds. For the home team, 29 of 71, 41%. 8 of 31 from three-point range, 26%. 18 of 25 from the line, 73%. 45 rebounds, 12 on the offensive end. 18 assists on their 29 buckets, 15 turnovers. Nathan Ertz, 5 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. Maxwell Newman, 5 points, 11 rebounds. KJ, 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Travion had 25 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Uncharacteristic 6 turnovers for TC today. Grant Galen, 19 points, 5 rebounds. Nick Pluta, 6 points and 3 rebounds. Life Granville, 5 points. Gavin Rassler, 7 points, 5 rebounds. Jared DeHart, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 of 5 from the floor, including 0 of 4 from three-point range. But he did have 5 helpers. So there's your final numbers for this one.
Once again, 10 straight wins now for the Wildcats, 9 straight wins in the Crossroads League, 6 straight wins over the Pilots. Pilots will only hope to have a chance to play this team again in the Crossroads League postseason tournament. They're going to need some help along the way to be able to get a good seed and have some teams knock off some people, and they're going to need a great run. Pilots' next game will be on the road on Tuesday. You can join Charlie Shepard and I for that game on Tuesday. The Wildcats will be will be at home against Mount Vernon coming up the next time, and then on Saturday they're going down to Marion. On Saturday, the Pilots will be on the road down at Paul Patterson Court
at the Odell Gymnasium. So that's going to do it for our game today. Once again, final score 97-84. Indiana Wesleyan improves to 19-3, 9-1 in the league. Pilots fall to 18-4 and 6-4 in the competitive Crossroads League. For all of us at the Regional Radio Sports Network, thanks to Tiny Condry, as well as Coach Mark Gardner, and for all of us at the Regional Radio Sports Network, I'm Paul Condry. God bless you all. Semper Fidelis. Good night, everyone.